Hello people, it is I, Salted, and welcome to the city stream, the first one. So, before we start, how's my voice volume compared to the music? Kinda hard to tell how it is without, it's fine, alright, great. Dude, there's 85 people. I should become a Twitch streamer. Alright. So, right now, to start with, sorry, there's actually a lot of people from the city, and let me tell you who they are, and then they can unmute. We got Bob, who's a manager and a builder. We got Crunkle, which I think just whistled. In the background. Yes, that one's alive. He's a dev.
I'm Soda's boyfriend?
Yeah. This is alright. We also got IMAX, a GM who's also a manager.
Hi.
We got Leo, who's also a GM, not a manager.
Hello.
Though.
Yeah, but I did make cow fusion, so that's just as good.
Yeah, alright, of course you mentioned that. We got Major, and I am.
Hello, what's up people?
We got also Xavier, who makes the Wynncraft music and is also an IM.
Hello.
And I think that's it. Bob, you haven't said anything yet.
I thought I said something, but
Oh.
Minecraft was freaking me up and Discord wasn't working.
Great.
Feels good.
Alright, cool. Let me get in the world before I show.
Wait, which world?
Because I know I'm gonna get stream sniped a lot. Oh, and the music cut. Yeah, I was just using the in-game music as background
By
music.
the way, Salted, the server we're planning to go on, it's kinda full, so we might wanna switch that.
Yeah, we moved.
Yeah, I know. If it's the one you said in Discord
Yeah.
side.
Yes.
Yeah, alright. Yes, it's the right one. Cool. Let me switch the
I
stream.
already see my reputation precedes me in the
There we go.
chat.
What
Didn't Cleo
reputation?
tag Salted 19 times?
What? Alright.
Yeah, that's me. That's the one.
Great. So we're gonna play Wynncraft. We're gonna chat around for fun and answer some questions that you guys have, both in the chat and the stuff you wrote to us on the forum and Twitter. And I'm gonna start a new character for that, a hardcore one as
Oh,
well,
shit.
to make it interesting.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it is a good amount of people.
Like,
Alright.
literally, I walk out the carriage and I have like the fucking council like ready to judge my fate, just looking at me.
She wants my class level 160. Do I still have it? Oh yeah, I have this one there. It only did one quest though. It's not a lot of events.
Oh Jesus!
Look at this, Bob.
All right.
The council is about to decide your fate.
I don't like this.
I went halfway through the tutorial, so I didn't have to deal with people, and I'm scared.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Everyone's gonna
Yeah,
catch up
yeah,
with
yeah.
me.
Yeah, I know. Jesus, that was loud.
Oh shit, Salted.
All right, are you guys at the? Oh yeah, there's even Selvin right
waiting
there.
for you.
Oh, my god, that's a lot of people.
Hello,
Everyone was waiting. Okay.
We've been expecting you.
All right. Okay.
Oh, fucking
I'm just gonna skip tutorial. I don't want to deal with you guys.
That's no,
Showed the thing. Oh well.
not very nice.
All right. Wynncraft. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this game.
Of course he got crooked
pretty
in the fucking
boring.
throne.
All right.
The real king here.
I got another question. Wait for chat. How loud is this?
Fucking Salted's keyboard.
Yeah, sorry. I need to make sure.
Oh wow, you don't even level up to level 2 when you come on here.
Look at all these
tutorial.
fucking weebians with
Oh,
their
right.
diamond armor.
Nerd.
No, it's gonna be loud. All right. Well, I'll be careful with the
God.
keyboard. I don't really have a streamer setup. I never do that. Hello, Crow.
Well, people like keyboard ASMR, so keep punching.
Excuse me, Salted. You're not a pro streamer. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
There's people here.
Well, yeah, of course. Look at that. All these people. And soon enough, there's gonna be even more.
Why are people treating me like... Why are people bullying me? Salted, please deal with this.
No, it's fine. I think they
It's your
probably
friend,
have the right
yeah.
to do that.
No! What's the
Theo
plan,
is the
boys?
official punching bag. Go bully him.
That is illegal. What is the fucking... What's the plan here, lads? What are we doing?
I am not
Everyone just
leveling up
follow.
very.
Everyone's just following me, but
2 hour.
I'm gonna do the
Honestly,
farm request to start with, and
I
then
don't
eventually
even see
we'll...
him anymore.
Are you even level 2?
No, I'm not level 2.
God damn it, guys. Why do you... I've done nothing wrong to you, and this is how you
I need to
treat
be
me.
level 2, right? That's why.
I've given you the gift
Wait,
of
you can
cow
just do
fusion.
Ensign's brother.
Yeah, I should do Ensign's brother, but I'm already too far already.
At the
Thanks,
farm, but
this
okay.
was.
Salted. You know what would create good content?
What?
Replaying the cow fusion quest.
Oh yeah, let's do it right now. At level 1.
Nah, man, just go on a class that's
Alright.
like...
Set level 86.
Yeah, just cheat yourself in a level 86 class.
And you guys are
You're
killing everything. It's actually kind of challenging to level up.
Yeah, it. Maybe you should. Oh no.
Nah, I expected that. It's gonna take a while.
I'm trying to stay out of your way. I'm here to talk to people, not to annoy you in game.
Oh wow, epic loot farm opening.
Oh, nice, dude. I got 2 plain leather caps. Wonderful.
I got 1, so.
Worthwhile investment of your money.
Yo, I
Appreciate
got
it.
an iron string. Who's playing archer here? So I got an
I
iron
am.
string.
Oh yeah, thank, please.
Alright, there we
I'm
go.
at the farmer.
Yeah, I'm coming through.
Oh,
How's
God.
doing?
I'm gonna go to the farm because.
Let me get my list of
Oh, I
questions.
also got an iron string.
Jesus
I'm not even
Christ.
playing that class.
Come
Oh,
on.
people,
Look at
remember
this
to
level
buy
1
some-
item bomb.
Have you still not leveled up?
No, I
No.
leveled up.
I'm coming to the farm. I'm level 2.
I have been getting sidetracked by common folk.
We'll switch world often, by the way, so it's not because you managed to get on this world that you'll be able to follow us forever.
Ah, shit.
Ah, there you go. I can start the quest now.
It's not like
Oh,
there's gonna be anything
Major, where are you?
special if you're on the
I'm
same
right
world.
outside the identifier.
Oh.
I haven't unlocked the spell yet.
We're just gonna go through poisoning the
Oh
pest.
yeah, poisoning the pest is probably one of the most buggy quests ever. Decided to fix it, but.
Is it really buggy? I feel like we
Why
got-
do
Well,
people
not
keep
anymore.
throwing
It's
item
not really
bombs?
buggy.
Hey, go a fucking item that I can actually use. It's giving me plus 7 health.
Wait, oh.
Jeez, oh god.
Cutscene
I
time.
actually feel bad. Because we all started new classes and people throwing item bombs.
So, Salted, I have a question.
Really?
How many nice things do I have to say about Wynncraft before I get to it?
A lot.
There aren't that many nice things to say, so I don't know. I can't think of any.
Kind of sounds that.
These sound effects are very loud.
Yeah, I know.
Is Hitoro in
Ow.
chat?
This is
The
something
guy that keeps throwing these item bombs?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, this cutscene is not working very well.
Oh
Dude, it
god.
worked well for me.
It looks weird just because I'm in 1.14.
Wait, I'm stuck here
Great.
forever.
Goodbye, IMAX.
Oh, never mind.
Alright.
I don't know. I
So,
finished the quest.
chat, do you guys have some random question for us? I'm sure you do, and we have a list of them, but see if there's anything cool you're wondering to start with. How long's your nose? Well, alright.
I had
It's
Alright,
very
this
long.
isn't an XQC stream. Go back to the Overwatch section. Or whatever you fucking placed today.
I got a message with a question.
What?
How long did it take to make the Dogen quest? And so I made the 4 parts, and it pretty much took like a month, maybe less, because it was like in a bit of a hurry. So it's a bit stressed, but it turned out very well.
Yeah, not every quest takes 1 month for 4 of them. I wish
Yeah,
it was
but
the case.
I think that's fucking insane making 4 quests at high level and that turned out that good in just a month.
Surely is.
IMAX is just
It
like-
really made me burnt out off of that one. So
IMAX
Yeah,
is
so
like the
he's-
GM god.
don't do it, kids.
Oh, he's gonna take like 2 updates to make his next quest.
Mm.
Yeah, but then that's gonna be
Ah.
4 quests in 1 month. Hello, Chronicle.
Hi guys, sorry I was eating stuff. I didn't
Oh.
want to.
You,
Hi, Kirkle.
be a fish or whatever.
Anyways, someone asked earlier. He said, "Skip tutorial. We need that. You already have it. We added that quite recently, so you should have access to that."
Yeah, we did that. We even did that on stream, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, so what are you guys doing right now?
Right now I'm just leveling up so I can do more quests.
Oh, I got
And
my own.
looking
on.
at chat.
Okay.
Oh, let's do Ensign. Wait. Hello, Bob.
Someone in chat asked you, Crunkle, is Elkern named after you?
Elkan is named after me, but unfortunately, Salted, he's French and he doesn't know how to spell Crunkle.
What?
So,
did I? Okay, look, I didn't name that, so I have to ask Kieran. I don't even know if he did it.
my name doesn't really fit with any town, so we gave up.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Well, makes it doesn't sound very well good either, so that still happened.
You guys are throwing some high-level stuff.
Does anyone need a dagger? That's quite good.
It's CIP. Nice one. Alright, look. Add months other than horses. Yeah, it'd be cool to do, and we definitely have the capabilities.
We have a mount your pets.
I'm not sure we can do that because of the ULA.
No.
Like, well, legendary
Oh really?
thing. That sounds like a cool idea.
I like that idea.
Wait, what?
Ride a wither around.
No,
Great fun.
now you
That
have
is a good
like
idea.
you could
Write
have,
it
like,
down, quick.
more mount skins or like horse skins. You know, like right now we have zombie and skeleton. We could have like different models, or even you know
1.15.
armor stand models as far as that can go.
I think 1.15 may be a good change for Wynncraft, right?
1.50.
But it's going to be a bit of a pain with the combat changes, right?
Oh, alright.
It's going to be a pain for us to add, but the features 1.15 adds could be useful for making Wynncraft.
Yeah, you
Is
guys.
there already a combat update for Minecraft?
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah.
New one. You guys
I'm
might
looking
not
at-
know, but Wynncraft is still technically in 1.8. We're just
Yeah. Faking it.
yeah, fixing it so you can connect in other version. You can't even connect in 1.8, but it's still still there. Alright.
Make it till we make it.
Do Sewers of Ragnarok quest.
Are you
Do
level
that.
5 already?
You're
Yeah,
already
boy, I've
fine.
been grinding hard.
I am-
I want to do that, but I'm just level 3, so can you wait a bit for me?
Oh god.
I am this close to swapping onto a different account that's level 100 to abuse these item bombs because there's so
Is there
many.
any reason for keeping support for 1.9, 1.11? I know nobody plays those, but it's some people plays 1.9 though, but
The thing is, removing 1.9 to 1.11 is probably more work than just keeping them in, so there's no point in removing them.
there you go,
Not
coming
yet.
right from the dev, so we know that's accurate.
Let's see. What other questions can we find?
What about the Twitter one?
The what?
The Twitter
Oh,
question.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was
so-
still just looking at
Had
chat.
the
Like, here's the issue. If I want to look at chat, I can't look at my other type of question, and vice versa. It's kind of in a predicament right now. Have to make a choice.
I mean,
There's so
Let
many
me
item
look.
bombs.
These item bombs need to stop.
I know, like,
you should
I
probably
appreciate
get
it.
through the, you should probably get through the list of questions you have prepared.
Yeah, alright,
so-
here's one that I saw that I can answer. Somebody, actually a lot of people, surprisingly, ask if we're ever gonna do a Wynncraft Hytale version.
Oh.
And here's what I can say about that. Hytale looks really cool, but we can't really say yet because it's not out and we don't know how challenging it might be or if it's even worth it. But Hytale looks really nice, and if it works out, I'll definitely look into that. But yeah, it's still gotta wait. Hello, Aaron.
Please don't.
Oh, well, Leo said it, so I guess.
I guess it's true.
Shit, sorry for spoiling it, guys.
Leaks Hytale is never going to be released
what am I
because
doing?
Leo said so.
Alright, let's do the best quest, Cook Assistant.
Oh my god,
Oh.
my favorite.
I never do that quest when I play through the game.
I gotta admit, now that you remind me, I gotta say that Cow Fusion is the second best quest.
What's the best quest?
Cook's assistant.
Yeah.
Who's the ultimate great GM who made Cook's assistant salted?
It's me.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god, really?
Yeah, man.
Dude, did that take you like over 10 minutes?
It took me at least 2 months.
Oh my god, 2 whole months?
Oh, Salted.
What?
This could be an interesting question. What was your inspiration for making Wynncraft?
Well, yeah, I played a lot of MMOs when I was young, and so I was a big fan of MMOs, and there was this game idea that I had, and I pretty much just took that idea and put into Minecraft roughly, and didn't end up exactly the same, but it's pretty much
So which
the thing.
MMOs did you play?
Did I play? Really?
Yeah, what did you
I
play?
played RuneScape a lot. I played
RuneScape. I was never a fan of RuneScape.
well, it's good.
Yeah,
A lot of
RuneScape-
grinding.
Puckle's judging you.
I'm judging you very hard right
I
now.
played a lot of Diablo 1 and 2 as well. Those are not MMOs, but they're kinda.
No, I wasn't into those either.
But the best MMO ever is still Dofus, and I bet nobody ever heard of that
Hang on,
because it's
Dofus?
French. Yeah, Dofus. It's a French
It wasn't one of those
MMO.
browser games, Dofus or FR or something.
Yeah, that's the website, but it's not a browser game. It's the best one by far. And if you guys ever played it, you'll see that it's very similar to Wynn in some ways.
Isn't
You
Wynn
just
the
copy
best
paste it.
MMORPG though?
Yeah, a lot of RPG looks like it, but especially this one. What, Leo?
Salted, you told us one time that if you knew Dungeon Realms existed, you would never have made Wynncraft.
Yeah.
So, just let that settle in, chat.
Yeah, if I knew there was
Almost.
something else already, I wouldn't have. I would have thought there's no reason to, especially since Dungeon Realms was quite popular at the time.
Was it though?
No, yeah, it was, dude. You had to
For a
pay to
while.
get in, and it still had 100 of people, and then it came out, and there was like 1.5 thousand easily. What am I doing? Right.
I thought you were gonna do Cook's assistant, the best quest.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, I didn't start it, but I kind of know already what to do.
Yeah, you
Free
can buy
MC,
the
what
stuff.
was your question?
What, sorry?
Someone wants their question answered badly. He said, how much money do I have to pay to get you guys to answer my question? But you never read a question.
I'll scroll up,
Maybe
maybe.
that's the question.
Wait, hold up. Did you make it so do the chickens now 100% drop eggs?
I don't think it's 100%, but I
I
think
don't
it's
think
slightly boosted.
I just killed 3 chickens and got 3 eggs.
I'm not
maybe
seeing
it's
your
just lucky.
You
question.
might just be really lucky.
Nah.
It's
I
3
scrolled up
weeks,
and I
right?
didn't find it.
There was this
13
question
GMs.
about GM applications, and I feel kind of attacked.
Alright.
And
You read
the
out the
thing with
question,
those,
please.
well, I can't find it, but it was a Twitter question, I think. Anyway, so with GMFs, they take a long time to read, and they're very long and often very not good.
Wow.
So,
Mm.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm very unmotivated to read those, and currently, well, the thing with GMs is that the trial process takes a very long time. So, you don't really need trials like at every single week or month or whatever. So we usually accept them in like batches. So I don't know if that's a good word to use.
Yeah, in waves we accept
Yeah,
a
in
few.
waves, yeah.
So sometimes it takes a really long time before you get a response. Sometimes it's a bit faster, but
Yeah.
and also we can't have infinite GM because they take like they're not all on their own. They take some management effort, and if there's too many of them, it gets
Yeah,
bit
there's
hard.
a lot of management that goes into a GM, and we can't have like 20 of those working because that would be a lot of work.
Okay, how many eggs I need? 2, right? Only have 1.
Yeah, you need
Kitten
to.
says she can do the GM things right now, but she never does it when she says that. So.
Oh.
Don't.
Kids
Alright.
doing guilds.
Everyone killed a chicken. Does anyone here got an egg for me?
I have none, and I need to.
Yeah, everyone killed the chickens.
Yeah, because everyone's trying to do Cook's Assistant because you said it's
Alright,
the best
listen,
one.
everyone. I'm buying an egg for $2. Come trade me.
No, thank you.
Sounds like a great deal.
Let's do the dungeon.
Great.
So get to level 5.
Scam. Only put $1. Alright. Thank you,
There's
Salva.
no chickens.
Alright, it's back to
Hey, by the way, who made the quest for the dungeon for?
I salted. I have
So
3 eggs.
IMAX
That's
did.
me.
What, Bum?
IMAX. You should probably, when you give the players blindness and slowness, give them like, what's it now? Negative or a shit ton of jump boost so they can't jump either.
Ooh, at what part?
Like all the parts where you want the player to stand completely still.
Well, I don't. They don't need to stand completely still. I think that's fine.
That's
But
just
yeah.
a personal opinion.
Yeah, but
Because
Oh, I
there's
know.
some
Kind of old.
cinematic bits that can be ruined.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there's multiple parts where you can do that quest faster when it blinds you by just sprint jumping through it and just
Oh,
progressing.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen some of that.
It's called speedrunning.
Are you using my stream to promote your guild? Hmm.
Excuse me, that is not allowed.
Alright.
wait, are you doing the quest right now, Leo?
Yeah, I'm about to finish it.
Alright.
I'm starting it now.
I'm kind of scared of doing Sewers of Ragni because that gets a bit weird with that many people.
Well, yeah.
It's a
'cause
stress
kind
test.
Of cinematic.
This is how you get quests to be tested. Just do it with salted,
Yeah, on the live
and then you
stream.
get the entire server.
Let me shout about the stream because now that's allowed.
Ooh.
I'm following the rules.
Salted
You enabled it in
waffle.
your own system just so you can do it.
Yes.
Salted really is turning into a gamer streamer.
Okay,
Ugh.
Wow, cheaters! So many
can I
bombs.
even put this link there?
Here's a Ragnar really is cool. No fun.
Oh yeah, that works. Alright, cool.
Well, I'm getting this.
Shouting before even. Alright. Alright, let's look at
Was
chat.
Salted taken?
What?
Like the name Salted?
The name? Yeah, Salted was taken. Salted Salmon was also taken. Dude, since I've done
Oh.
Crafted Movie, my name is always taken everywhere. It's like a curse.
You love a celebrity.
Well,
Yeah, because you're popular.
I'm very popular. Like, look, I'm a big Twitch streamer. I have 100 viewers.
Oh look, everyone's using the stream to advertise guilds again.
Yeah.
I see we have a man of culture there.
Dude, people in the beta, they crafted random items and named them something so they could advertise their guild. Please accept that.
Why would you still not do
And
that?
put
Why
it-
is that only in the beta?
Yeah, you could do that in the real server as well, but take some slots.
No,
I guess.
now they're gonna actually do it because you said it.
Oh,
But
you're
that's the
right.
point. I don't go. Why are you complaining?
Ugh.
Remember, before the economy update came out, East Nerp and Okor had like a proper system to conquer the market with food items, but
Yeah,
then
and how did
it all
that
fell
go?
apart.
Please don't say
It fell apart real
It
quick.
fell apart because it's too big of a grind. We were gonna make exclusive items like Yap Yap sauce and the blood of the
No.
Oh, he
Howling.
said it.
He said
No.
He said
Is that a forbidden word? I didn't know.
it. He said it.
I
Okay,
only
boss
knew,
fight.
I only
Dude.
know 4 forbidden words. I'm sorry.
it.
Wait, what
If
question,
Snurp is
Milo?
in chat, he's gonna go insane right now.
I'm doing
we
the
have-
dungeon quest.
All right, so I know the G word, the R word, the S word, the T word, and now the Y word. Are there any more?
What's
Oh, you can't say the
keyword?
Z word.
Z word. I have no idea what the Z word is.
Good.
Yeah,
Don't say it.
I feel like you made up
Okay.
half of those.
No, I didn't. I can say them right now, Salted.
Don't,
Each
do
one of
not
them.
though. That doesn't mean you
The Z
should.
word. I hate that word.
Alright. Alright, does chat have any quick question?
Check the Discord. I have a question that might be.
The Discord. Oh, yeah, later. It wasn't my Discord question. It's Dern. Great question. Even I don't know.
Answer my general suggestion question. Not right now.
3D armor stand disguises. Like as armor disguises using armor stands. If that's the idea, we already thought that, but the issue is that there's gonna be a delay and your armor is always gonna be slightly behind you, which might not look very good.
New solution to armor skins. Armor stand skins.
Armor skins were the best feature in the past.
They really
6 years
were,
of
but then
Wynncraft.
Mojang had to shut it down.
Where's the
It
skull?
was so buggy though.
Oh, great.
It actually
Armor
looked-
stands wouldn't look very good for your own player. If you had a disguise, it would kind of lag behind as you walked.
Mm-hmm.
So it would look great for other players, but no, not
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, so I guess it would be like an okay compromise, but
It wouldn't be
I'm
super
not sure
good.
if this has been answered, but why do you not hire plugin developers? What people don't realize is it's not always easy to just hire any developer. They need to have knowledge of Wynncraft, of Minecraft, various other things. So, of course, if you know of someone, then you can always tell them to hit us up. But it's quite hard to find people.
How did I get phone now?
did we break Sewers of Ragni?
No, well, so far I'm in.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm stuck with 5 other people.
Alright, good. That's
Right,
good. That's
so
less
chest
people to be in the way.
Dude, I keep
That's
sucking
why-
at parkour. I'm gonna die.
I've seen that like 4 times.
Max, I think you're gotta do some bug fixing for the quest.
Well, it's
like,
not my fault in Minecraft.
No, it's
extremely buggy your quest, as this stress test has proven.
Well, for me it's been
Oh, it worked!
flawless.
Yeah. Yeah, and salted is the only one important. So.
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Yeah, the quests are just super buggy when you play them with multiple people a lot
Wait,
of the time.
are you still stuck, or did it?
No, it fixed itself. It just took a while.
Or is it the water part?
No,
the
it was the
water.
part after that where you have to fight the skeleton thing and drop it into the hopper.
Oh,
It didn't spawn,
oh.
Well, it spawned, but people kept killing it.
and then so were people just not putting it in the hopper then?
Yeah, probably. Wait.
Sultan, go check this code.
Alright. Jesus. Wait, I'm in the middle of a party. What a mess. Okay.
Did you throw party bomb?
Yeah, Leo, sure. It's just questions. We'll see
Alright.
if you ever ask.
Well, Sultan has given me the blessing, so chat. If any of you are lore enthusiasts and got some need something cleared up in the lore, you could ask that as well.
You just want them to ask one question about
No,
the
no, I
heroes.
don't. I genuinely want to talk about lore because Grian gave me that rundown
No, okay.
Wednesday. I am now an expert. But yeah, keep in mind, only currently released content. No, nothing that hasn't been released, like Bloomy and Morgor.
Dude, nobody ever uses party bombs except right now during the stream, just to be annoying.
'Cause they kind of suck.
Yeah, the only person I've seen consistently use party bombs outside of streams is you, Sultan. Do you remember
I think I have like 10.
the cave party that you came in and just threw a party bomb and a disguise bomb and it ruined everything?
Yes, I do remember
Right,
that.
I got a question about lore, but I don't know if I can answer it.
Send it in thing.
Yeah.
Dude, there used to be a bug with party bombs that if you put it right next to ores, like the ore you can mine and stuff, they will start flying away forever.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because
That
they
one
had
would
no
jump.
gravity. Yeah, they kept jumping and they just wouldn't fall down. They just flew in the air. It's kind of funny.
Alright, that's the question I got.
Oh shit, are
Someone-
they?
Oh,
Leo, someone asked
Oh,
me to
damn.
explain
we got
confusion.
confirmation about that.
I
but
don't think we really know. I think
No,
we should
no,
just
no, it is
hold off.
confirmed.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is confirmed, and I don't mind if they know. You can tell them.
Alright, so the question was, are the letters you found in relics that were from Bob to Nelbrim still canon? And the answer is yes. Those are still very canon.
Yeah, they're not in the game anymore, but they still matter.
Yeah, so they haven't
the
been
lore.
scrapped. The lore is still there.
Alright, let's go to Deathless. This is the other quest.
Oh, found a
Wait, what
question in the chat. Do we plan to do an update on the Nether?
Not in the short term.
I think it's like maybe not.
It's been down for a little while now, but I don't think people noticed. It wasn't very popular.
I actually like the Nether.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
think
cool
we're
and
the
it
only
works.
one.
Yeah, but then people stop using it.
I just feel the Nether deserves a bit better than what it used to have. There's some cool stuff cool to do with it, but it's not planned for now.
The build needs an update.
Yeah, as well.
I think it would work. What would be if the PvP was stripped down to bare basics, like we just ignore all IDs, have
No,
like
just
a
normal
default.
Minecraft PvP, and they just punch each other.
Shots.
No,
if you
that's
want...
how.
Wait, Shots. If you want me to answer your question, you need to start doing Wynncraft videos again.
Dude, the Nether without stats was like the original Nether before Gavel, and that was when Assassin dominated everything, and you could go in at like level 29 when you first, or you could go in at level 21 when you first get multi-hit and one-shot everyone in the Nether.
Yeah, that would require some tuning.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Wizard Fortress, Salted. Why did we get rid of that?
Salted, what the hell?
Wasn't
That was
very
actually
popular
like
either.
that was a genuinely good mode.
I always
It
played
was-
that game.
It was fun. I enjoyed it, but like after
There are
the
no
initial
bugs.
hype,
Alright,
it stopped getting.
Someone asked if there's plans to improve gathering to be less boring in the future, and yeah, I'd like to improve that. I think that's one part of the eco update that could be done better. It's still like the goal of gathering was always to be a little bit more. Did I just pass the sign? No, it was always to be a bit more chill than regular fighting, and surely it will stay like that if we improve it. But we can do something better, I'm sure.
In-game translations has been asked twice now. It's something we could do, but the problem is the translations wouldn't be very good. And because the majority of the team working these quests are obviously British, English, American, etc., it would be hard to translate the entire game.
It's not
There's a
just
lot of
that
text.
too, but it's some words are like spread around everywhere. There are some in command blocks, some are in
Exactly.
in other parts. It will be a huge pain. It's possible, but
It would be such a
And
huge.
for the person asking about armor stand skins or armor skins in 1.9, the system for armor skins we had before didn't use items. But if you're talking about adding items and redoing armor for every single item, that would be a lot of work. But it's a possibility. We're not ruling anything out.
What quest are you doing, Falcon?
oh, I'm just doing a mini quest right now, so not particularly great.
Free advertising for Crooks mini quests.
Do the coolest
Oh
quest
god,
you
yeah.
can.
Crook is actually the god GM because he's made more quests than everyone else combined.
Yeah.
Well,
They're mini quests, but
Yeah,
it's great.
Their quests, Bill.
still many
Oh.
quests.
Oh, I like this question. Are we gonna have more winter or Halloween quests in the future?
Actually, I'm not even sure.
Well, yes, but they.
The issue with
not
those,
really.
the issue with those content is that they're often in the way when we try to do an update. So like last year, didn't have an Halloween quest or even a winter event because we were doing the eco update, and that was priority. So it's kind of very unsure.
Yeah, how our pushing system works means we have to push like the entire map, so just adding one quest at a time isn't really doable.
Yeah, it's rough because we aren't able to just halt progress on an update and revert everything, because if changes have been done on map or to certain things in quests, we can't really not push that section and just push a winter quest or a Halloween quest.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
So
not
it's
doing
like-
the mini quest anymore. Too many people. Sorry.
So it's something that we
Okay,
like
that's
doing,
the
but it's
plan.
not something that we can really do consistently.
But if the opportunity occurs, then yes, there would probably be another one. If
Yeah, we're not against the idea.
Yeah.
Salt is the best class. Damn right.
wow, everyone, get an answer to GM app.
Oh my god. It's actually happening.
Yes,
Oh yeah, if you didn't know, Kitten helps me with those.
Warrior is the best class, but people didn't notice that yet.
It's not actually the most
Oh.
powerful class. People they just don't understand.
They just
I thought
don't
that
know.
You should check out the cool Easter egg thingy in the forest with the spikes.
Alright, I'll get to that list, then we'll switch the people around a
Shit.
bit.
Wait.
I'm gonna get salvage so we can talk about items. In case some people have
Yeah.
items question. Oh my god, who's doing
Oh,
that?
there's gonna be a lot of item questions.
Yeah,
Yeah, can
So
someone
we
in
can-
Discord again?
they'll be
Somebody asked a question, I'm not sure about it.
I'll check.
Come.
Oh.
Ooh, I saw that.
Hmm. I
Hmm.
don't know.
Well, it's not really important, so it's just don't mention it.
Yeah, I guess I just don't answer the question.
Every
Damn.
single half slab is broken because I'm 1.14. Like the lighting is broken. It works fine, but there's just
Yeah.
I regret playing in this version.
1.12 is still the superior version, so.
Yeah, I just was in a rush. I got on my computer 8 minutes before the stream started for this because I had to deal with family and make food.
Well, Aaron, asking if we can update singular chunks at the time instead of the whole map. I think you know it's possible because we've done it before, but it's not one singular chunk. It's like a huge part. It's like 500 by 500, something like that. And that's it's okay for quest areas that are outside the map, but for some stuff it's a bit too big to be pushable.
And then also the GitHub, like pushing files. We can't push like for requests, for example. We can't just push unreleased quests with a winter update if they're like not done. So it just doesn't really work.
Yeah, so I actually forgot about the fact that we can push certain portions of the map. We can, like, it's limited by size, like Salted said, but we can push like a chunk if we need to fix part of the map because we accidentally left a house floating in the sky or something. But a lot of the reason we can't do just one quest in the middle of an update is more on the code side of pushing things.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be pushing part of the world too, but
It's
that's
easier
less
to
of an
push a
issue.
part of the world, but it's not as easy to push certain files, specific files, like a specific quest, without pushing the rest of it.
mm,
So we can fix the map, but if it comes to like implementing new stuff and like implementing new quests, that isn't quite as easy.
Alright, Leo, now's your last chance to talk about whatever you want to talk about. 'cause we're
Cal
switching
Fusion.
soon. Cal Fusion.
God damn it.
Oh my
Why you
god.
gotta do this to me, Salt?
Get
I was
to
gonna
it.
do I was gonna show you a thing.
I'm
Alright.
kind of scared.
Why do people drop theory
nah.
stuff?
To be annoying, as always.
What is the best location in Wynn, Salted?
Damn it.
It's deathless. Of course. Can't
What
Now
question
it's
about,
that.
Snake.
I actually saw
about
a
Sinfras?
cool question. Salted.
What?
This question for you that I saw. Is there are there any ideas to introduce more spells to already existing classes?
Well, it wouldn't be very easy. What I'd prefer to I'd prefer to make the current spells better than adding new spells. Cause in some ways, Wynncraft is also kind of inspired roughly, very roughly, by fighting games where you need to do like combos and you have kind of limited amount of stuff you can do, but they're all very useful. It's kind of the logic behind the spell system. So I don't think they'll add new ones
Alright.
too soon. Do I really?
Yeah, if we actually added
Cool.
like a fifth spell, we couldn't do that easily because I guess you could say that's what powder specials are, but we've used all of the possible click combinations, so we'd have to add
Yeah.
we'd have to make spells use 4 clicks if we added more.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, when you like doing a server on Minecraft, you're kind of very limited by what Minecraft lets you do. We can't detect whatever button you're pressing on your keyboard. We can only detect if you do certain things like try to place a block with a right click, and then we know that you've right clicked it, or if you press shift because it makes you it makes you do that. But we can't detect actual presses on the keyboard, which will be
What
very
about middle
useful.
click?
But what?
What about middle click?
I don't think we can detect that. I
Oh,
thought of
okay.
it. Yeah.
Also, I don't know about this question. I guess I'll just say
This
it.
is
and
questionable.
like,
Somewhere.
It's the last
Alright,
one.
I'm
After
just
that,
gonna-
we're switching you itself.
I feel attacked. Alright, so the question was, is Dern gonna be the same size update as not Dern, but the next update we're doing? Is it gonna be the same size as Gavel?
No.
Or is it gonna
Like the
No.
next one we're doing.
I don't
The
think
next update.
I don't think anything will ever be as big as Gavel. Gavel was really, really big. It was like 40, 50 quests at once. And we're not gonna do that again, so
It was rough.
yeah.
Like I wasn't even on the team for Gavel, but I feel like it's better for the way we work to release smaller things that are
Yeah,
more polished
Smaller
all
updates
around.
more often rather than
if
a
we
big
ever do like a big province that needs a lot of content, they'll still have more content than usual, but not to the same scale as Gavel. It was a bit crazy. All right, well, thank you for being there, Leo. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now it's time for you to transform into Salvid.
I didn't even get to talk about the G word.
Well, it took too long. All right, goodbye.
Everyone's talking over.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hello,
Salvid.
Hello.
All right, so now we got three items at the same time. If you guys have any item-related questions, now's the time.
Now we
Yes,
get
now is the official item maker power hour extravaganza special doobly-doo
Yeah.
featuring Salted
Yeah, I'm there.
Any plans
and
to
also
change...
Boffo the clown.
Okay.
Ooh.
Any plans to change how durability works with crafted items?
That is something that is on Salted.
Yeah, this is more me than I am. Well, I don't know if you've seen, we posted a thread a few weeks ago about some changes to durability, which might affect. Oh boy, it's not. Which might affect how durability works on crafted items as well.
At the moment, as stated on that thread, those are tentative, though.
Yeah, so it's pretty much one of the ideas that we have around, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, skill point bonuses will be dealt with durability going down, though, because it affects wearing things.
Yeah.
That was mentioned in the thread, too.
Yeah, that's coming regardless of anything.
Yeah, that's an important change.
Cool. Any more item stuff?
Will SP Rex be lowered for the item update?
Most likely. If you mean back to the levels that they're at the moment,
No.
then no.
Definitely not.
However, for certain items, we are looking at their SP requirements and how well they slot into specific builds. So individual items may have their SP Rex lowered, but overall they're going to remain higher than they have been for a while.
Yeah,
Simply because that's part of the core pieces of the update. Without that, the whole design philosophy kind of fails.
so there are, like, most items are just getting like a global rec increase for the most part. There is some of the rainbow items specifically had recs that were too high, which is being looked at. But
Yeah.
for the most part,
Some
recs
things-
are going to remain where they are.
Yes, for instance, those of you who are concerned about their morph pieces, we can confirm that morph SP is not going to be reduced. That, since it requiring such specific SP amounts, is very much an intentional thing.
Yeah, the point with morph is that you can't just slot it into other morph stardust.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite literally just, hey, you want to use morph? Here's morph. 7 morph was really, really annoying, and it really undermined the whole idea of a set.
Is the set bonus for morph going to be buffed so it's not actually useless then?
That is something that we're looking at, although I'd hesitate to really call it as useless as everyone is insisting it is.
Yeah, we want the morph set to be useful when worn as a full set. Right now, if it's worse than it should be, that's still better than when it was too good, because we did accomplish making it so you can't just slap it into other builds. But now we can make it, like, it's safer to buff it because you can't just slap it into another build now. Yeah, I see you.
As everyone insists it
Chad.
is useless, and I insist, hey, maybe not.
We will take a look. Relax. We're not. I'm
For
not like.
instance, yeah, one of the things that everyone was complaining about was the mana totals that is being examined at the moment.
Are we going to bring back old Rainmaker stats? The
Uh,
issue with
I-
old... No, we're not going to bring it back entirely like how it was, or like close to how it was, because one of the main builds uses negative tier with a massive melee damage boost, and Rainmaker would invalidate that entire trade-off.
That's Earth,
It-
Thunder,
it
Fire,
would be
right?
Right,
a requirement for Earth, Thunder, Fire for archers, because it would just be able to take too good advantage of all the raw that they have.
Make Morph set Mana Steel.
It
It has
includes
Mana
Mana Steel, yes.
Steel.
Would it be possible to add set-like bonuses to builds conforming to a specific archetype? That's an idea that's been thrown around, but at the same time, having set bonuses that are not tied to sets isn't something that can be easily displayed. So it'll feel strange. That's one of the reasons that the Hive quote-unquote repulsion sets are kind of weird. We're constantly getting questions about those. Like, I put on 2 Hive pieces and now my build is completely bad and I can't move. What is going on? Please help, admin.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that would occur. Even if it's positive, people would still be confused.
And another issue with having set bonuses for stuff like if I wear all items that are part of Earth, Thunder, Air. I don't know. There's not just one good pair of boots for that and one good chest plate. So the set bonus would have to include either every item that conforms to each archetype, and there would just be these 10 enormous sets that are invisible to the player, or there would have to be separate sets for every single combination of items that are part of each archetype, so the set bonus could be specifically designed around them rather than just a blanket, oh, you're playing Earth, Thunder, Air, here's an extra tier, because that might be more useful for some things than the other.
Okay, so here's a big question that I know we might get a lot from now on, so we might benefit from answering it. What is the item revamp trying to fix?
So right now, most of the builds that you'll see in Wynncraft are just spell spam or tier stacking melee. There's not that many things that are actually good. When the entire intent of adding elements in the Gavel update was to have not just one good thing at endgame, because originally in Wynncraft it was just blue mask, adamantite,
Crystal,
Crystal,
stalagmite,
stalagmite.
and then either Scythe, Ethereal, Maelstrom, and Chakram, or Bob's Mythic X.
Yeah. So that was something that was not supposed to be a thing anymore. They wanted it that any combination would be at least somewhat viable. And Gavel did that a little bit. And then when the item team happened, more weapons and armor were added to help enable more combinations like fire, air, and stuff that weren't nearly as good.
But
Partially
it
because
didn't-
they're not offensive and partially because there weren't enough items for them.
But the thing is, it didn't work because of a few overarching things. One was the extreme power of intelligence. It had a monopoly on mana, and due to the multiplicative nature of more spells versus the additive nature of things like strength and dexterity, it was pretty much a necessity for most builds if you wanted to use any spells. And another thing was a combination of high rainbow skill points and low requirements, basically allowing you to throw together any disparate items with enough rainbow SP pieces. You could completely break down the walls of archetypes just by wearing prism, prowess, gigabyte, and that's just, yeah, all that.
Diamond fusion necklace.
Because of that, the whole idea of archetypes fell by the wayside, and there just became another super concrete meta. And while we can appreciate people trying to break that with making hybrid builds, everything can be boiled down to a most effective tactic as it is right now. So that's what the item revamp is trying to fix. More solidify those boundaries, help distribute mana more to combos that aren't necessarily intelligence-based to allow more proper hybrids to develop, and not just here's 10 mana steal and a super slow weapon, melee once, spell spam until out of melee, hit melee once again.
Yeah.
And generally allow more freedom in what you want to have as your end goal of your archetype, rather than necessarily having freedom in use any item you want. That is the big difference here.
Someone in chat mentioned that there's only 2 types of damage, like spell and melee. You'll use spell or use melee, it'll always be this way. Like, yeah, so current and, like, since Gavel, there have been a few builds that were, like, the best options. There's spell spam, there's tier stack melee, and then for a while there was, like, rainbow tank. And just rainbow slap into everything. Libra, Shimmer Sight before it got nerfed, Morph Stardust.
All that kind of stuff.
It's not that we're trying to make it like, oh, we're gonna add a new type of damage. It's that we're trying to make it so you can use things in different ways. Melee should be good if you have, like, a super slow weapon and a gajillion% in raw melee.
It doesn't need to necessarily be tier stack or spell spam. We can we're trying to incorporate, say, huge spell burst damage, or a reliance on raw melee, or, like Xavier said, super slow piece with a gajillion%.
Yeah. So instead of it just being, if you want a melee build, you use Centipede, Chestplate of Ineptitude, Burnout, and Flame Shot Hilt. That's a garbage build, don't do that. You can choose to be Earth, Thunder, Fire and use a super slow weapon, because the items in that archetype actually have negative attack speed in exchange for more melee power. And then if you want to still do tier stacking melee, you do Earth, Thunder, Air instead, because it's built around that.
Yeah, we're trying to give you more freedom in how you want to dole out your damage through either your melee or your spells, rather than trying to introduce, like, a wacky third type of damage that you have to, like, save Bob and defeat Amadel 10 times in a row without getting hit, and then go to the Tower of Ascension, kneel for 5 seconds, and a tornado takes you to Dracula's mansion or something.
No one gets that reference.
Telekinetic damage. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say poison is a third type of damage, but it's not really, like, a sole type of damage for an archetype.
Yeah,
it just shows up somewhere, like Earth, Thunder, Water, and stuff.
There is only 2 types of damage, main types of damage, spell and melee, but with this update, we showed that there's a lot of different ways you can use each spell with. Each type of damage with. Like, you could have heavy melee where everything hits harder but you hit slower. You have tier melee where you utilize tier boost to boost your damage. You have hybrid builds which focuses on both, with less of a reliance on killing your attack speed to super slow to focus on spells. There's lifesteal focused and void. There's different ways to utilize the only 2 types of damage.
Yeah. For instance, everyone's gonna love this, my Magnus build! Where the primary source of damage isn't melee damage or spell damage, it's chain lightning with 100% exploding to throw around damage.
Right. That's with current items, too.
Yeah, and I was completely uninvolved with the items that made up that piece, basically. And within these new parameters, I was able to make it better than ever, even stronger. So it's not like wacky gimmick builds are impossible to use anymore.
It's not that there won't be, like, it's gonna be really, really hard for there to not be one or two, like, the best builds. But now it's gonna be like, oh, instead of it being just this specific set of items, it's gonna be like, oh, thunder, water, air is the best thing. It always is.
And that's something that the item team is here for.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But now, people that don't want to just play the best thing
Can still be viable.
Yeah, like, it was... Before, it was like, you don't do meta, and it's like, okay, you'll manage. Now it's like, the game actually supports the fact that you want to play the way that you want to play. Here's an archetype for it. You can get through the entire game, and there are things that will let you do this. And you'll actually be good. You might not be the best, but you'll be close.
Yeah. We're equalizing power in a lot of aspects to make everything viable and fun to use, so that an overarching meta isn't necessarily going to be a thing. You'll see a lot more people using different kinds of builds because they're all more fun to use.
This is a question that I think Major and maybe Salted would have some input on. Will Mana Steal ever be fixed so it actually does what it says, i.e. make it activate every 4 seconds and not a random chance based on attack speed?
What did we make it do? There was a reason why we made it that way.
I actually recall this.
Really?
This. The reason that it was changed from the timer was because having an internal timer for everyone like that caused gonzo lag on the server.
Right.
That's why it was changed to a % chance.
Yeah, it's something like that. There's probably a way to make it work, which we might if one day do. So it's a
Definitely
bit more
a way
constant.
to make it work.
Yeah, but
So it's a tentative maybe.
yeah, that's the reason why it's like that. It's not because we don't know.
It's something we're interested in.
Yeah.
All right,
And,
let's be right back for a minute.
Okay.
Well,
A
you guys
question
can
that
keep
someone has been trying to pose for a while, but we've kind of been up on our soapbox. Will there be more threads about this incoming item? Asking this since the title of the current thread states that it's Part 1. And if so, how many new threads can we expect? To answer that, there most likely will be more threads about the update, since that thread is primarily focused on the endgame part of it. But as for how many threads there will be, we don't have a concrete answer.
Yeah.
There could be just one more thread, there could be 10 more threads. We don't know yet because we're still in the progress of getting through everything from just this one. Once we've gotten this to a more stable position, we'll probably go on, move with something else, and then send out another thread to kind of repeat the process.
Yeah, because this is definitely not the final draft. This is the first version of the changes, and there are a few things that are already being changed on our end that just haven't been pushed yet.
Yep, and
So-
that's why we're taking feedback, so we can see what works and what doesn't.
There's a lot of
and-
changes.
Yeah, there's
Just a reminder, the feedback round form, it opens up tomorrow after you guys had some time to play with it. It'll open up tomorrow.
Could you repeat that?
Major just
Turn
died
into a
for
robot.
I just
everyone.
died? Okay.
Yeah, you just died.
completely died.
Yeah. Yeah, just a reminder, the feedback thread for the item update, it opens up tomorrow, so you guys can put in your feedback.
Yeah,
Yep.
we are open to all of the feedback.
Mhm.
Yell at us about it.
Cool. Was
Like,
there-
Unless
okay,
your
don't yell at-
feedback is just yelling at us, cancel the update.
alright.
No one likes it because that has been unequivocally proven false.
Alright,
Yell at us about specific things that are wrong, not update bad, cancel please. I
Cool.
am suck.
Was there anything else
Yeah.
for items? Because we'll switch to.
I saw one question in chat that said it was kind of like a worry, I guess. Their worry is that you're essentially making new other items the best ones and reducing the value of everyone's current items. And their question is, won't that just cause the issue of people who are always trying to optimize and just optimize the new ones?
Undoubtedly, people will keep optimizing. That's what happens in every game. But what the update does is it brings the power levels of the strongest things and the weakest things closer together because we support more types of play. So there obviously will be one strong. There'll be a strongest way to play the game, a strongest build, a strongest set of items. But what this does is it makes other things actually be able to see some light and be competitive with the strongest. It won't be the strongest, but you won't be disadvantaged heavily by not using the most meta items anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Hey, Salted.
What?
Last question, I guess, about items that would pertain to. When are 3D glasses coming back?
Well,
It's been like
Hey,
4
that's
years.
my question too.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, you had a question.
Multiple
Oh, boy.
people asked before you, Crunkle. People want 3D glasses.
They do.
Yeah, well,
maybe
Give them what they design.
we need armor skins for that, and turns out.
I mean,
yeah,
we can just
yeah.
add a helmet called
Yeah.
3D glasses and then add the armor skins for it
You
later.
can have a dedicated model for it.
Yes.
I don't think it's
maybe
worth
what we
it.
can do is like if we do player events, 3D glasses can be a special prize, kind of like old
Yeah.
Seeker's Aid.
No. 3D glasses are replacing Legendary Medallion.
It's a new Corkian event that's sweeping the nation of Corcus.
All right, cool. Let's switch some people in and out.
All right.
Were you going to
Some
change
new
what?
folk.
I
The
think,
swapping
I
item
think
maker.
people are still able to log in for now.
Okay.
We'll see if that's necessary.
I'm gonna log out of the world so someone else can log in. Enjoy.
All right.
I got
That
to
spot is gonna be taken
and then went to AFK to talk about items.
All right, we'll bring Tenty in, and
Let's talk about cooler things.
Subbit and Major. Thank you for talking about items.
Hopefully, this will have assuaged some worry about that.
Yeah.
Let's hope. All right, goodbye, both of you.
Bye bye.
Solve a change or robot.
Wait, Tenty, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, he's here.
This is Tentibus.
Yeah, you guys made it through a whole item discussion without complaining about the ones I made.
Don't even get me started on your.
Yeah, let's not go there. But...
All right. Let me look. Who else is there?
Let's talk about more interesting things. No
For
offense.
anyone that is interested, Tanty only made like 5 items ever, and they were the most overpowered accessories that have ever been
Wow.
in the game, like suppression and prism.
Dude,
Those
But I
were
also did
Tantabus.
wave dash.
Let's
Oh,
bring-
and the gambler wasn't the gambler you too?
No more
I-
items.
I did some experiments, okay?
All right, let's bring Afro as well, because I don't remember his voice, so now's a good time.
Just finish voice.
Hello.
Well, hello.
I don't think I've even heard that before.
Okay.
Someone's raiding you, Salted.
What
Oh,
does that
Sleepy
mean?
Dog is posting with a party of
Um,
11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, giving you viewers.
Hell yeah, I need more of those viewers if I want to become a Twitch streamer.
That is true.
Cool, alright. Does anyone have some more normal question, or we can go through the list, of course.
Well, yeah, Santa and I are GM, so ask GM questions now.
Yeah.
There's a builder too. Need more.
That's
Like,
Like, who even has builder questions? Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Salted, if you want to make room for like another GM or something, you can kick me out too.
I don't think there's another GM actually.
I mean, there's Selvit, but Selvit does like everything.
Yeah, Salvitz like has everything, so E doesn't count. It's just too good at everything. Alright, okay. Well, we'll keep it like that for now. We'll switch
They
to it
want
later.
cooked pelvis. Oh wait, no, I think that's cooked that's spamming it in chat. I think that's him. Spamming in chat.
Yeah. It is.
That actually kind of worried.
Well, why
You
would
want-
you not want cook?
Okay.
Somebody has a talking mushroom. I already answered the Hytale response, and what I said is that it's a cool game, and we'll wait until it comes out and stuff to see what we do with it. But it might be interesting, but I can't say yet. But that does sound nice.
It's a bit of a gamble,
Build
too.
style. We're not gonna change the build style of the game. We haven't changed the build style, sorry, a lot.
Well, we kind of went from very over-detailed spammy to more clean and
Yeah.
Yeah.
still similar, but you're right.
It slowly evolved over time.
Yeah, but
And
we
like
don't.
it's
We
probably
don't.
gonna keep on evolving too.
Yeah, but we don't plan to do any big reworks for the next update, or in short term.
Because last update was basically just reworking.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Wynn.
reworks there.
Yeah.
So the next stuff is a bit more content focused, new content.
Can you make Wynncraft modern city themed?
I like that idea.
I get that reference.
How do I sub with Twitch Prime? I don't know, man. I barely know how to use Twitch myself.
You can't
Do I
sub
have
with
Twitch
Twitch
Prime?
Prime
I'll
because
sub with
it's not
Twitch
an
Prime.
affiliate. So.
Did Sharon and Harry ever play this? Yeah, they played it.
Free
They
Corpay.
did?
Yeah, of course they did. We used to talk to them a lot.
Wow. Are they still around?
They still have the server, and I think they still make videos. So that's cool. Probably went too far again.
Well, Gavel rework, Jaden.
Oh!
We kind of reworked a bit of Gavel last update with some builds and things like that. So I guess that's a bit of a rework.
Yeah.
Needs a
There's
bit
not
more
gonna be
on
like
there.
there's not gonna be like a dedicated Gavel rework update. It's just gonna be like a few things were improved here and there in updates on the side. Someone wanted to know what the drop rate for tier 3 ingredients is. Salted.
Ingredients drop rate is kind of special. It really depends on the type of mobs that drops it. If it's a rare mob, for tier 3 it's... what was it? Something around 20-30% I think. If it's a rare mob. If it's on a normal mob, then it's something like 0.02 or so. But most tier 3 ingredients are on rare mobs.
Yeah, so like how the spiders in Nibla Forest can drop the one tier 3 dueling ingredient. I forget what it's called, but that one would be one with the 0.02% drop chance because it's a normal mob and there's so many. And then for... I don't remember enough ingredients to talk about this. Any rare mob, it's a lot more common of a drop because the mob is so hard to find.
And they look cool.
Where am I going? Oh yeah, right. Of
Oh, I
course.
kind of stopped playing.
Does loot bonus only increase the amount of items or the rarity, and what's the mythic drop rate?
It's only the amount of items, and the drop rate is that's a silly number. I don't even remember. It's something like 0.0007% or something like that.
You cut out when you said it, maybe that's a good thing. No one can ever know.
I think they heard it. It's only Discord, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very low. It's kind of overly low. We thought nobody will find it for a while, but it didn't happen.
Well,
People
they're
are
like a-
insane.
Does loot bonus work on flower pots? I actually don't know that
Yeah,
one.
good question.
Me
Actually.
neither.
That's a good
Wait,
question.
what?
I recall being told it doesn't by JP when
Wait, does no one know this?
I remember JP saying it doesn't, but I don't know if he really didn't know or not.
Crunkle,
Top
does
10
the bonus
unsolved
work on
mysteries.
flower pots?
I don't think he knows.
Huh? Flower pots.
Yeah, when you break
I
them.
don't
with the
know,
chance
but
to
you
drop-
guys should really add 3D glasses.
Alright, thanks.
Very informative.
Good contribution, thank you.
One thing that people might not know is that there's an even rarer tier in Mythic that only drops from flower pot.
Oh,
Yeah.
So break all the flower pots you see.
Yeah.
New meta,
Yeah.
grind mythics from flower pots.
Oh yeah, Jadon, I wanted to actually say that question, answer the question, so I'll say it now. The question is, the guild update was being handled by GP, but now that GP is dead, alright, we would say it. Who is handling it? He's not actually dead, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, so the guild update was definitely a GP project. It was his idea and his stuff, so the next update is definitely not going to be that. And it's hard to tell when that will come out, because it was some cool ideas that we'd like to do one day, but it was mostly JP, and now he's not there anymore, so the next update is something different. But even then, back then, JP said that the update was going to be the first thing that comes out. So even then, it wasn't 100% sure that will be the guild update.
Is there a loot bonus cap? I don't believe so, Yoshi's World 2.
No, I don't think
Like
there's a
how
cap.
Walk Speed has a cap. No.
No, there's
It
no
does start getting less effective on loot chests the higher amount of loot bonus you have.
Man, I
but-
really passed.
Just for normal mobs, there's no cap for it like there is on Walk Speed.
Razor, that was my idea, but yeah, they might be a bit too rare now, but they weren't supposed to be that that important in the meta when they were made.
Fulton, you designed them to be the best weapons in the game.
Yeah, of course, but still, it's still very feasible to finish the game without them. But that's not how people think.
Like, of course they define the meta as the strongest items.
Yeah,
but
but
you can like still play through the game perfectly
yeah,
fine.
I thought
Yeah.
people will be like, well, they're strong, but I don't really need them to do all this cool stuff. But it's not how humans work.
I live for mythics. It took me 20,000 loot chests to find a mythic. I've never
someone
gotten the
give me
mythic
one?
legitimately.
Dude, I didn't get a
and-
mythic either.
Oh,
Me neither.
I've gotten 2. No, 3. I bought a Boreal. I got a Pure as a gift, and I was given an Alcatraz to sell for someone else. But I've never gotten one as a drop.
Can you give one to me? Because like I need them.
No. The only one I still have is Pure, and it's garbage. I just like it.
Yeah, somebody asked about the map on the website, and you're right, it's kind of outdated right now, and it's probably not gonna get updated until next update, because here's the challenge. All these trees you see are actually, like, they don't exist. If you went to our build server, the world has no tree, and it feels very weird and empty. And if we want to render the map, we need to work a little bit to make that work, so trees do show up on the render itself. And it's feasible, but it's some work, and right now we're mostly doing the next update instead. At least it's still playable. Some icons got updated, so the map is
Yeah.
not too bad. But
And it sucks because JP was working on the map and getting the
Yeah.
new map working as well.
that's
but
alright.
that, among other things, is now on hiatus because JP is no longer with us. He's not dead!
Yeah, he still
Alright.
made it
Stop
sound
using
like he
that
died.
kind of lifeline.
He's not dead. He just isn't working for Wynn anymore.
Alright. I don't think it's 3 years behind, but it is behind. Enough that it should be updated, but it's... Even though you can look at that list and you see it's the old thing, it's still...
RIP JP.
The things are still in the same position, so like it works.
yeah.
Yeah.
The basic map.
Hey chat, should we add a memorial for JP?
Oh no!
No.
Don't ask them that.
we don't add memorial for everyone that used to work with us. and
JP
then
is
more.
special, okay?
Yeah, he is, but...
Hey, where was my memorial?
Yeah, right? Where's Congo's
Yeah, that's what I want to
Yeah.
know.
The entire town of Elkern, remember?
Yeah, that one tiny
Yeah.
spot of a map.
He has gen press, to be fair.
Elkhorn is the
Oh,
most
yeah.
important town. Everyone knows that.
Deeply
Dude,
offended.
Elkern used to be used for like the
Great.
it was the best way to get mushrooms for
I
the
don't
Bug
think
Quest.
anyone used it for that.
Aaron.
I did.
Yeah, I
I
used it
did.
for getting mushrooms, but now the only thing in Elkern is the NPC named after me that screams a lot. So, how fitting
it's
is that?
fitting.
Come on, drop. You did it. Now we'll have to wait for your totem to go away. Oh no, I did it. Never mind.
There goes Aaron.
By the way, we have 2 GMs here, so if you guys in chat have any questions about like quests and stuff,
I think,
yeah, and it's
I think there was a
cool,
question
yeah.
about quests that I saved. Let me look.
The wall on the map is 2 versions behind because the second version, Deathless, only had the wall and airbase added. It wasn't a complete rework. So I guess it is technically 2 versions behind, but it's more like
Alright,
one.
here's a question
One.
for the GMs. It's only 2 GMs, so it's not every quest in the game that they worked on, but still. What was the hardest quest to make?
Should we take like one each?
Yeah.
1 each, I'd say.
Sure, so 2 quests.
Maybe even 2 if you like
Well,
have 2 examples.
No, 1 each should be
Yeah.
alright. So IMAX,
You go,
which
IMAX.
the hardest quest?
Well, that's a good question because one I can't talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Okay, so the real answer here is one of the upcoming quests, but
Yeah.
can't say it yet. So.
It's been a huge project, and it's been very difficult. So I hope y'all will enjoy it.
What's your most
but,
difficult current existing quest?
I guess Envoy Part 1 and 2, because they were also like done in 3 weeks, and Script, the system we use for cool cutscenes and puzzles and things, was very like, we didn't really know how to use it properly, and some features didn't exist, so we had to do very interesting things to get around that. It was very difficult just getting everything to work properly, and bug testing, and it was a pain. Yeah, so I think the Envoy questline.
What about you, Tanty? Hardest one?
Alright, well, my answer would probably be for the eco update version of the tutorial, because for similar reasons to Envoy, we kind of had to have like creative solutions to, well, the new quest system we have, it's still there's a lot more we could do with it compared to our old system, but there's still limitations that we had to get around, and especially since this is something like I was like pressuring myself to do, I want to make sure, even though you have 2 guys with you the whole time, it was all like seamless. So I had to come up with like a lot of like new ways of using the tools we had in order to make it all work. So, you know, I had to come up with a way of saving your progress effectively down to like a more minute level than what we usually have and stuff like that.
The tutorial also has some subtle stuff you might not notice, but there's blocks that gets added or removed to kind of block your view of the stuff you're not supposed to see. So if you're a warrior, you're not, like, there's gonna be stuff, I think, in front of the wheat, so you don't even see that, and you go directly to the ore stuff. Just a bunch of little details all around. It's the same thing with the processing, or the refineries, sorry. They're hidden if you're not the right class.
Yeah, how difficult was it for you, Tanty, to hide certain parts of the tutorial area depending on which class the character played?
I would actually say, I mean, it was still a bit of a challenge, but surprisingly, the easier part was hiding stuff based on your class. Obviously, it means I'm basically having like double space to detect it based on your class, but for most part, it's just testing for, you know, specific classes and then loading in blocks based on that class. So it's actually kind of funny because on build, both of the processing areas are visible and we block it. You would think it'd be the other way around, but it's not.
And
there was a...
What? Sorry.
No, you go first.
Well, I was gonna say the actual real answer, the hardest quest ever out of all of them, is probably the question mark quest, just because of all of the huge steps that you need to take.
Yeah.
Didn't you have to hide it from like most of the content team too?
I don't even remember.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember I TP'd to Shafford, or whatever, how do you pronounce his name at the time, and he kicked me. Okay, Shafford, and he got mad at me because I TP'd him, and I wasn't allowed to because I wasn't allowed to see what he was making.
Yeah.
You wanted it to be really secret.
I was actually working with Lodum and Headset and like all the others. I mean, I think the full credits were on the changelog for the second version of the question mark quest. But that was an undertaking, let's just say. A lot of it came down to just like Lodum's insane command block skills to make a lot of the puzzles work. I can't say if that was the hardest quest because I wasn't the one doing the hard parts. Let me put it that way.
Niam asked an interesting question about how drop rates actually function in the game, Salted, and I guess Crunkle maybe. What exactly does the 0.0007% mythic drop rate mean? Is it per individual mythic, or is it type of the mythic?
It's
determined after you find one.
When you kill a mob, it looks at your level and the mob level, and if you're close enough, it drops items randomly in a level range around the mob level. And it doesn't choose items out of the pool, it first chooses the tier based on the rarity, and then it randomly chooses the item.
So it looks at your level and sees that there are mythics at your level, and then it drops an item, and there's a 0.0007% chance of the drop being a mythic.
I think I think there's a good amount of chance that at any level it looks like there's a mythic, and if there is none, it just drops nothing. So a lot of you might have gotten a mythic at some point, but you were too low level, and there just was no mythic that existed.
Oh, so it rolled the mythic tier as a drop,
and
but
since
there
it was
isn't an item
nothing,
to drop.
yeah, you just got nothing.
Oh, that's
kind of frustrating.
That just like hurt everyone in the community.
Sorry.
Yoshi's World 2 is asking GMs about player stacking potentially coming back. That's not a GM thing, but
Yeah. I don't think it's something we need or
like
should.
it was
We
a
don't
fun
need-
feature.
We don't need Mojang getting mad at us.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
But
the
there-
risk of Mojang.
Yeah, and there were also a couple issues with it as well. Like, I wonder if anyone here remembers the teleporting class glitch with player riding, where you could ride a VIP and then have them switch classes, and then you go in the class and it would teleport them, so you could get like a level 1 to Troms by riding a VIP.
Couldn't you also like get into Temple of Legends, for example?
Yeah, you could like. It wasn't just the Eula that was the problem. It was also that you could use it to clip past certain certain areas.
yeah.
Like, let's be real, it's kind of stupid. So.
Yeah, like it was fun. If there was an easy way to fix those issues and have Mojang not get mad at us, then it would be cool to have. But it's not like a priority because there's no real benefit to having it.
Yeah. I brought it up mainly just because they directed that to GM. I guess this is a time to clarify like what the GMs do. We are not the developers. We don't really work with new features like, player stacking, that kind of stuff. We are focused mainly on the playable content like quests, discoveries, mobs, that kind of stuff. So, me and IMAX, we've been on the team for a while, so we do know a lot about that stuff. So if you're interested in that, that's the kind of question you want to be asking us.
Yeah. And Salt and Sant and I are kind of cool too, so.
Yeah, we are cool.
Okay, so there's the question about the Gavel dungeons. Salted.
Oh, the Gavel. Well, they're not dungeons. They were called raids for a good reason because they were different. But to make them as cool as we want to make them, we kind of need to do a few things first. So they're not the Gavel dungeon and Gavel raids are not soon, but we're keeping them in mind. And some of the stuff we'll do in the future is a step towards it. Maybe you'll notice in the next update some of what we're gonna do. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that. It's not yet ready because the game itself needs some changes to make those work.
Yeah. Oh. Should we tell the story of Mortal Mountain?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Isn't
Okay.
there like a half-finished design for it?
Okay, I can explain.
Yeah, I think Sant's
So
awesome.
what that happened was back in gameplay update, I believe, when we reworked the dungeons, there were plans. Keep in mind that these were kind of early. The plans for Mortal Mountain. It just ended up like it took the longest to make, and a lot of the ideas I think we were doing were just like too ambitious that it never really worked out. I can't say if it'll ever happen, and the only reason you guys found out about that was because it was
On the website.
accidentally listed on the website.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually we don't show it. But I think some ideas for it was put into Fallen Factory, not like the whole concept, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was mainly like I think the stacking thing came from that maybe.
But
You think-
wasn't there also the thing that was designed as an old dungeon, but we also changed kind of the way dungeons.
Yes.
Oh
look
yeah,
more.
that was another thing. Yeah, because we changed the design philosophy in the gameplay update, but the Mortal Mountain kind of felt like a one of the pre-gameplay update dungeons.
So, does that design for Mortal Mountain still exist on the build
Yes.
Like the build,
It
yeah,
does, I
mostly
can
in build
confirm.
form. Yeah,
like I'm curious if Salted would be okay with something like this. If
What, showing the unfinished?
yeah,
Yeah.
can we show off
S-
I think we
since
should
it
do
likely
that.
will never come out, we could show it eventually.
But also
But
the
it's an
entire-
awful. I made the entrance and that to it, and it's pretty awful. I hate it.
Oh well.
But
I still like it. Come on.
Dude,
Well,
nah, it sucks.
The build.
so maybe after the stream I'll go on and get some high quality screenshots
it
Don't
was
love
also made
stuff.
very big.
of Mortal
Uh,
Mountain, and we could show off this unfinished dungeon that was scrapped because it used an old design philosophy before
Okay.
Gavel revamped how dungeons worked.
Alright, any more question, y'all? I still got the list, and you really need to go through the list eventually, but I'm kind of busy playing.
Do you want me to get the list?
Yeah.
No.
Give me the list and I will ask you questions. I'll be an interviewer.
No, it's mixed with a bunch of other stuff in my my brain dump txt. I can't show it.
I'm already the one like choosing questions from chat at this point.
Map cell. If you can't really just like pitch a dungeon like
Wait, what am I
you
doing?
know directly to us. What you would want to do is, dungeons are usually handled by like either a manager or a GM. So what you would want to do is do a GM application, follow the guidelines of that, hopefully get into GM team, and if you're good enough, you know, one day you might be able to do that dungeon if it's a cool idea.
Follow up on the mythic drop rate question. Is it affected by loot bonus, and how does it apply to loot chests?
It is.
So-
It is.
It's affected by loot bonus, but not just like loot bonus. All it does is it makes more items drop when it comes to like mob drops, at least. It doesn't affect the quality of the loot. Like you aren't going to get higher tier stuff by having more loot bonus. So it does increase the chances of getting a mythic, but that's just because it increases the chances of getting everything.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you get more item drops, there's a higher chance one of them is going to be a mythic.
As for
And
the
how
loot chest question, the way items work in loot chest is kind of very outdated. Like we did that at the very beginning. When you open a loot chest, if from the game point of view, you're killing a whole bunch of mobs, and it depends on the tier of the crate, how many mobs you're killing. So if it's tier 1, you're killing like 10 mobs maybe. If it's a tier 4, you're killing a whole bunch of them. And this is how it kind of select items in it, roughly. So,
And
yeah.
loot bonus does affect loot chests, but it has like exponential decay. The more loot bonus you have, the less of an impact it'll have.
Yeah.
There's a question about potentially adding more repeatable endgame content like Legendary Island. So, you know, it's definitely like, of course, you know, we don't want Legendary Island to be like the end all be all. That's the only repeatable thing you can do at endgame. But, you know, obviously those take a lot of work to get right, and I know that even with Legendary Island right now, people have some issues with it, and that is also something we could potentially look into resolving in the future.
Lately, we're looking a lot at the endgame stuff, and raids, for example, are kind of part of some of the endgame stuff. If they were to exist, they don't. But
And also, I think for the endgame things, we would want like more. Well, there's features we want that would make the endgame more interesting that we don't have yet. So it's better to wait for those to make a really cool thing instead of just pooping something out that's not very good.
200.
It's like it's a good question, but you know, it's obviously something that would take a lot of work. So it is definitely something we're considering, though.
Yoshi's World 2 wants to know if there's an XP cap.
Like
I
how many XP you can get in one level, or at the same time?
No, like, so I'm assuming, like, when you get to level 104, when you keep gaining XP, is there actually a limit, or does it just keep increasing
I'm
forever?
actually kind of unsure how we save XP at the last level. I know it works, but I don't know if there's there's definitely a cap for stuff because in development there's always a maximum numbers you can save. I'm just not sure what Jumla made it. It's probably too high to bother about it, but yeah, can't say exactly the amount.
He also was wondering why Mage has the best XP weapon in game. There's not a particular reason for that, and honestly, now that you mention it, I might go look and see if it's like a huge, big disparity. I might want to put some XP bonus on some stuff for the other classes at endgame if Mage is just like, wow, I've got 40,000 experience bonus on this one wand. Cool.
Salted, can you check what I said?
So I'll look at that.
Sure, Bob.
Yeah.
Was it Jadon the Warrior had a question about why the Lion's Den is not considered a mini dungeon. That's because to an extent it kind of is. It's considered an eco cave, which are meant to be sort of like a repeatable mini dungeon-esque thing. Not really like a mini dungeon, but a bit less formal. And originally, the way this is going to be done was going to be a bit more done to them, where there's going to be like some standardizations of how chests work, which were not put in this update and maybe put in a future update. And there was also some of them were also made to be a bit quicker than others because the update took a long time to make, and some of the cave or mini dungeon kind of things are made to not that long to finish. It's just the Lion's Den is one of the longest of the caves, and that's why it's most noticeable being considered a mini dungeon. In the future, there are plans to make more of those caves more like the Lion's Den and longer mini dungeons that take a bit more time.
And talking about that, I know that I had a question in my list. Someone asked about chest stuff. One of them was, do you plan to ever make the loot chest client side? And that's a very great idea. And you're right, I definitely would like to do that. In fact, making loot chest client side was one of the things we really wanted to do for Echo update, but didn't happen. Like every time we do an update, there's stuff that we put on the list, and we're like, all right, if we have time, we'll do those. But there's also the very important stuff that gets done first, and loot chests were in the let's do them if we have time part. And they didn't get there, but maybe one day we'll make them client side, because that will really help. It will make it so when you explore, you will always find chests, because they will be based on the last time you gathered them, not someone else randomly that you never saw.
Someone said earlier about the XP cap at 104. It is 999 quadrillion XP.
Ooh,
Alright, that's a good limit.
So it's not an overflow. That's interesting, though.
It's not, it's still as long.
One of the Blue Eagle, you're mentioning loot runs getting buffed. One of the point of the eco caves was to make loot ones less monotonous, like how before you could literally just go into a cave with no mobs, pick up tier 4 and leave. One of the plans for these things was to make them client side, and therefore, and they still have it now, they contain ingredients as well to make them better than they were before, but to also kind of nerf them by having more mobs around them, and also Salted Akese, the other thing that was meant to nerf them, which might be added in the future.
What was it?
Things for loot tests.
The other nerf for loot chests, but to
I
not
can just
make
type
them
it in chat.
Yeah, type it just in case, but
Yeah,
how do I
hold
not
on.
remember that?
How do you not remember? This is your suggestion.
Yeah,
Alright.
this is why.
I think it's this, Bob. Make sure that's the right thing.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can say it. Man.
So, along with loot chests being able to be client side and also having more stuff in them with ingredients, and also in general just having more stuff from what I recall, they were also going to be mob locked. So tier 3 and tier 4 loot chests, you'd have to kill a certain number of mobs in order to open them, sort of like as a reward. And the point of the mini dungeon cave thing was that there would be like a room, or in the dungeon there would be a certain amount of mobs, and it would be easy to kill them. It wouldn't be like a chore, like collect 40. It would be like 5 or 10, but you'd have to kill them to open them. The chest would also always have loot, and always have better loot than they would probably currently have.
Peeves5200 asks, 2 questions. I can answer the second one. Was Antikythera in Fallen Factory inspired by GLaDOS at all? I was pretty sure it was, but I just checked with Selvit for you, and yes. Selvit says, I tried to make it inspired by, but sufficiently different from GLaDOS. And the other question is, why did Lord of the Clock have to go?
Ooh. I can answer that
Ooh.
because
Ooh.
I was one responsible for.
Oh!
It
Uh-oh.
was me.
It was him all along.
The surprise twist. But so what happened was, I can't remember which update this was. It was 1.17.
The dungeon update.
Dungeon quest.
And, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what happened was we were talking about the Spire Dungeon quest. So that one was a bit of like a hot topic because we didn't really know what to do with it. And so the thing that we kept coming back to was Mount Wynn, because that was right next to Spire Dungeon. It's an important landmark. You know, it felt very natural for the quest. But of course, Lord of the Clock took up that slot. And you know, I think if Lord of the Clock was like, you know, this really like standout quest, like, you know, highlight of the early game, I think things might have gone differently. But Lord of the Clock was, at the end of the day, a joke quest. It was a Lord of the Rings reference, and while, you know, that's funny, I'm definitely not saying, you know, that part was bad. There wasn't much more to the quest. You were just walking around the Wynn province and
They didn't really add
delivering
it.
Yeah, it just felt like a very, like, old school quest, you know? Back in the old days, you know, we didn't really think much about, like, the content you were doing, more like, I guess, you know, the dialogue and stuff.
Bring it back for a minute. Sorry.
So, yeah. So we ended up, you know, axing it, and yeah, I know that quest had spans, but I would not hold out hope for that coming back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad we heard that still. Like, it was
I
just barely
still think the new Arachnid Descent would have been the perfect opposite of the Gavel problem and should have had a boss fight at the end, because you're just walking up to the top and you just collect it. And so, Tanty, I'm very ashamed of you for not adding a boss fight.
Take the
I mean-
boss from the one mansion quest that doesn't need the boss. What is it called again? Memory Paranoia.
Offhand
And just
quest.
put it in there.
Take
was-
the boss that isn't necessary in Memory Paranoia and put it in Arachnid Descent.
It would be perfect. You would just make all Wynncraft better.
Yeah, easy. But no, I really like the parkour at the end, where, you know, it's like sinking into lava. I think that really works as a final set piece. So
I'm sorry,
I think the
Jaden.
quest is good as is. But
still-
I have heard the complaint about the Memory Paranoia boss. Yeah, that's something to keep in the back pocket, I guess. But there are currently no plans to really change that. But who knows?
Why isn't Qira an Li, but Virus Doctor and Mummy Board are?
Oh.
Because Qira
Okay.
is too special.
Wouldn't that be a Selvit
Qira
question?
was like, yeah, Selvit could probably answer that question better. But let's just say Qira and like high bosses, they did not feel like the right fit.
Yeah.
You know, it was pretty early on that we decided, you know, we're not gonna do those.
Let's escape.
Salted, I'm watching
Yeah,
you on
dude.
stream right now.
I legit cannot move right now.
Oh, I haven't even looked at the feed. Oh my god. Where'd they get with the snowballs? Oh wait, is that like
It's
a
a
party
bomb.
bomb? Yeah, I forgot about that.
Can we talk about the note block music that Needler wrote for Party Bombs and how it's a bop?
Hell yeah, see you later.
Okay,
Oh no!
Jaden the Warrior is asking a few questions about LI. Okay, why is Cybele harder than Dr. Legendary? That's a balance mistake. I said earlier that, you know, we are considering looking at Legendary Island in the future. So that also includes your question about buffing deaths, etc. Pretty much anything
We
you
are
have
going
to
to
ask
look at
about, we
LI
will. Yeah.
and make sure it's better when it comes
Yeah.
to the bosses.
I'm gonna switch
We
some
don't
people.
know when this will happen though. Like, don't think, oh man, next update it's gonna get rebalanced. You know,
Yeah.
maybe, but
Well,
currently
also,
that's not in progress. But I have
It's
had
on the
vague
list.
ideas of what to
It's
do.
on
some
the
of
list.
the there's also just some of the bosses for stuff other than LI, like quest bosses and a few other things, are likely to be changed in future updates. Not the next one necessarily, but future ones.
Future
to be more interactive and less as many Gavel quest bosses have tend to be just tanky and nothing else.
Alright,
Death is
so-
under Cow and Bob because death is fake.
yeah, no, but,
Stupid.
so a lot of that came down to what, we felt was harder compared to what you guys thought was harder. Sometimes it just, doesn't always work out the way we think we will. I will say, reordering bosses would take a lot more work than you think, but I would not put that out of the question. There's another thing I wanted to bring up. Let me see if I can find it.
If on the topic of strength in testing
yeah.
being different from strength of the
Yeah.
community, Matroska Idol.
Gosh. I think I still stand by that. I think it's not as bad as people say. But again, nothing. Okay, if we look at Legendary Island, obviously nothing is off limits to be looked at. Especially I know people were disappointed in Dr. Legendary. I believe we talked about that, but we are very limited by our current systems, and so. Well, I thought the explosive gimmick where there was a lot of explosive traps around that you kind of had to avoid, really keep on your toes. That maybe didn't work as well. So, again, this is definitely something we're considering.
All right.
I will say I have had one idea for Dr. Legendary, but it's not in the way you think.
Secret.
Cool.
Secret.
We're gonna
Top
switch.
secret. No leaks.
We're gonna switch some people. Afro, thanks for being with us. Maybe you
Yeah,
didn't say
yeah.
much. You were still around. And,
I'm a hop in bed now.
Exciting.
I'm very tired.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And in exchange, Crunkle, are you even there? Yeah, you
I'm here.
are. All right.
Crunkle is here.
I'm just haven't got really much to say about items on the free.
Yeah, so does he really matter? So let's kick him out.
Wow.
Screw him.
All right, this is gonna become a very GM intense chat, but whatever.
Oh,
bring
guys, ask
bring in
the
Nick and Cook.
question.
Alright.
Nick and Cooked
Ooh.
Pelvis. Welcome, Nick Tree.
Yeah. Hi.
Finally, dude.
Would you care to introduce yourselves?
Well,
I am a GM and a modeler.
That is Nick Tree.
And- Yeah.
Okay, I'm Cooked Pelvis. I'm a GM and a builder, and I worked on desert discoveries and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I helped him with the desert discoveries too, and I worked on the
it's too late, Nick.
war in.
Cook, you're forgetting something.
Yeah, he would never let us get away with not crediting him for the Monite war and
Oh
stuff.
my god, it's always a party.
He was a huge help in that.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Cook.
to say that, but Nick made the war part.
Cook, you're forgetting something.
Yeah.
What am I
Well,
forgetting?
this is a GM party right now, so again, if you got any questions about
You're
even
famous.
the behind the scenes process, that kind of stuff, a lot of GMs here. We got a lot of different, stories. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Alright, I got a list of questions. We could go through those anyway.
Let's do it.
Just...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kirsten said, I'm just trying to level up, and there's always someone with a party bomb around in game.
Oh,
Party bombs are
13.3MC. How to type in Winnick. There are two ways that I know of. One is, I believe, in Wintils. There's a way that you can type in Winnick and also mouse over other people's Winnick messages, and it automatically translates it for you. So that's kind of neat. And then I also made myself a font that I can use in Word to type in Winnick.
you
So
are such a nerd.
I
Yeah.
might put that on the forums or something. If you type in all caps in this font, it shows up as Winnick text.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
I hear the party music.
Yeah, I'm trying to shout
Where's Salted?
about the stream again, but I'm...
People just keep using
destroyed.
Party Bomb!
Yeah, the fly hacker.
will Qira's backstory be revealed?
Oh,
Ask
Qira's
Roman.
backstory.
oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh no, not like that. Not like that. Anyways, ask Selva is what I would say.
Well, I will probably be revealed, but we don't know when.
Yeah,
Oh, Selva's not in here?
but
you have
Qira is an interesting character, so that could be
Yeah.
something to
Very interesting.
look at in the future.
Very,
through the
very
list.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right, here's one. And I think the guy kind of accidentally didn't write properly the question, but it's what went wrong with Journey to Scene that it had to be cancelled for last update? And by Journey to Scene, I imagine you mean Road to Dern. So that,
Wait.
that it had to be,
Okay.
Oh, yikes.
So
Okay.
the reason it got cancelled is that okay, the way we work is that we work on multiple. Oh my fucking god, we work on multiple things at the same time, and one of them we were working on was Road to Dern and the Echo update. And Road to Dern had some issues at the time, and that doesn't anymore because we fixed it. But it was kind of it felt uninspired, and people they didn't work very fast on it. It was kind of very challenging. So the more and more people over time, they saw the Echo update and they were like, oh, I kind of want to do stuff on that instead. And so the Echo update got more and more work being done, and it was ready way faster than Road to Dern. And at one point we just said, all right, screw it. Let's just focus on the Echo update and do Road to Dern properly next time. And I probably maybe saw the screenshot, I think, that Drian put of the work that had already been done on Road to Dern. It's very gray, it's very kind of samey. And it's all right, but for a region relatively big, you need a bit more. And
the original Road to Durham, basically, it had no one really wanted to work on it because the original idea for it was very basic, and it was very not lending itself to having content in it. We weren't sure how to add content to it, especially for later parts of it. And it all felt exactly the same. It was all the same gray through a very big area, which made builders didn't want to work with it because it's all the same bland gray thing, and GMs didn't want to work with it because they were uninspired with content, and the area itself needed to be revamped a lot in order to actually have the content in it. And to do that would have been far too much work to do along with the eco update. If it had come out with the eco update, it would have been, quite frankly, bad. It would not have been at all what players wanted, and it would have been a real disappointment, so it's been put off till future updates.
Yeah, Road to Dern now, as Miles C1 is asking, do you know how to add content to it now, or do you have any better ideas for Road to Dern?
We 100% know how to have it.
Yeah,
it's better
the
now.
reason it was delayed was so we could put more effort into it after the eco update was finished. Now eco update is like released. We can still work on making it better and stuff, but now we can put more focus into other things, which could include Road to Dern, and we are able to actually invest the time it deserves now, instead of just rushing this thing out and having it be like half of what you guys wanted.
It's for the best of for everyone's side that we wait a little bit with it, even though it's kind of frustrating at the time that it got pushed back.
So, are there any other questions on the list?
Yes.
Isn't things getting pushed back like our thing? Like that's just the Wynn thing.
Yeah,
Most
of the time it's hidden. People don't know what we push back. But...
we push back our internal deadline.
Yeah, we've stopped doing release dates because we know we can't keep them, so we just have release dates for like us, and we still can't meet them.
And I know that kind of leads to some disappointment where you don't hear about the update, but trust me, I think that's actually for the best. You know, sometimes we keep things a little closer to chest.
If like with the Road to Dern thing specifically, like imagine if like we have a bunch of, like they said, we have a bunch of internal deadlines that we don't reach. Imagine if like every time we had an update plan, there's no way we're going to reach the deadline, but we announce, hey, we're working on this and it'll be out soon. And exactly like Road to Dern, it can't come out soon, and then we have to make the announcement, oh, it's not going to come out soon. If every update was like that, and every update had to have the backlash of why'd you tell us if you're going to push it off, then it would be a problem. So that's often why we don't say anything about updates.
Right. Yeah, it's like there's too much cool stuff that we want to do in one update, and then it ends up being like not enough manpower, or you know.
Also,
sometimes.
So what happens also sometimes is a lot of times, as we talked about, you know, our focus for an update might shift. So we might announce something, you know, that we really think will, you know, come out with this update. We think it's a lock, and then, you know, our focus shifts. We decide, you know, something else is more important, and that work is not necessarily dropped, but saved for later.
We get halfway through an update, and Salted is like, I have an idea.
Okay, that's not.
It's not like
That happens sometimes. That happens sometimes.
but it's like
Sometimes.
it's an
Sometimes that's what
exaggerated way of
happens.
it's an exaggerated way of putting it, but there are some times where like one cool idea will change a lot of what we're doing in an
Yeah.
update.
And then there are other times
Like,
where things have to change just because of external circumstances, like JP leaving.
Yeah.
But I think a good example of that, like where focus like can like shift because of one cool idea, that was gameplay update really. Like I don't think we had like discussed like redoing dungeons like beforehand. It was kind of like maybe like not necessarily halfway, but like maybe a quarter of the way, where you know we were like, hey, let's redo dungeons with the whole like new design philosophy, and you know that's how we got a lot of those dungeon revamps.
It was a cool
which,
update as well.
yeah.
It was worth it.
It took longer than expected, but I think the end result was worth it.
Alright, I have a question that I found funny that somebody asked on Twitter or no, it was on the forum thread. And the guy added, this is a serious question because they know how it's going to be taken. Do you guys plan to ever add housing to Wynncraft? And
Yes.
Oh my god.
Can I talk about that?
well, here's the thing. It's a cool idea. And
Wait, Salted,
ever
can I,
think
can I,
about
can I,
what do you want to
Salted,
say
can I-
about it else than that? What?
Can I talk about what I did with it, with housing?
Oh god.
Wait, you've done something for housing?
No, with the stuff I did with JP.
Secret work.
No.
I don't know if you should.
I don't think yet, because it might eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is a cool idea, and but it's not in the short term. If
It's
we ever
become
want to
pretty
do
much
it.
a meme right now.
But it is cool.
Yeah, but it is cool.
It is pretty cool. It would be a cool idea.
It's an
Yep.
idea that asks a lot.
Pretty cool idea.
I feel like I dislike the idea of housing more because of how much the community dislikes the idea of housing, and less because it's actually a bad idea.
I think it can be done right. All right, time
Kind
for
of a gravy train.
Great.
Will you ever add scrap blocks so it's easier to store scrap? 64 scrap equals
Oh,
one
no.
scrap block.
That'd be a good idea
Get
as well.
into
Yeah.
liquefied scrap.
Liquefied scrap.
It's
Yeah.
a different.
Can we do that though? That would actually be awesome.
We might do scrap block. It's a good idea. It will save some space.
I'm gonna just spam Salted about that like tomorrow night
But
or something.
I don't want to add scrap banker everywhere. It's fine. Maybe just make it
Honestly,
automatic.
It's just
anyway.
a quality of life thing. It would be good to have.
Yeah, you're
It'd
right.
be like I think a better idea would be a scrap like credit card or something.
yeah.
The material like to drag around.
Yeah.
Yes, let's add a scrap credit card.
Yeah, scrap storage would be nice.
KQW underscore asks, when is the GM Google Doc ever going to be updated?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Salted.
Oh no.
Uh,
Okay, that is not technically a Salted thing. Like obviously you could, but I think
like
that would be more of a me and IMAX thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well-
so
So get to it.
okay, let's just say that we've talked about our new quest system a lot. We've been doing it for maybe like 3 years now, but I'd say more like 2 properly.
Yeah. good problem.
A lot of that is, it's not impossible to explain, obviously, but this would go back to not just the document, but also to the trial process. It's been, you know, we've always been like discussing that, and the conclusion we usually come to is that's a lot of work.
Wait, I could
Uh-huh.
just explain the trial like quickly. So for those who don't know, like the GM trial is making a quest, but you don't use the new system. You only use the old YML system. But you're still kind of required as a GM to know the new system. So we have
Something you learn
talked
after.
about adding, like, making the trial like using both systems, but we just decided that it's way too much to take in, and yeah, so explaining that in the document would just not really.
It's feasible, but it's
Yeah.
some work.
Kind of a tough situation.
That being said, the document is outdated in our ways, and that is something we need to get around to. But it's a lot of work. We gotta like. It might sound like, oh, we already all know this, but it does require a bit of research into, you know, what's up to date, that kind of stuff. So it's always kind of lower priority, but I do know, you know, a lot of people want to be on the team, so it's important to have that document updated.
Usually we
Oh.
have like other GMs teaching newer GMs how this new questing
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
works, or they
Yeah.
just learn on their own.
You won't be totally lost.
Yeah.
Did you guys already talk about like the applications for GMs?
What about it?
Yeah, a
Like
little bit.
slow.
A
Yeah, I
little bit.
mentioned that I'm slow and lazy.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
and now that Kitten is suddenly doing them because we got yelled at by chat.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, again, it's something that like when we're working on an update, it's kind of hard to remember. Oh yeah,
Oh, we
you
have a
know,
raid.
there are other people who want to join the team.
Jaden, if you want to join the team and help with game design, you should apply for GM. And I know you'll still have to do stuff, like actually doing content and stuff, but that's the closest thing you can be at doing game design.
Yeah, it would either be GM or item maker, but item maker is more like just balance specifically.
For the
Yeah.
items.
Those would be
GM
the
is more creating
you'd look
new
at.
content things.
Oh, I kind of like this question.
GMs don't do as much writing of the quests, if that's what you're talking about, as you think.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
everybody's
we will do
has it,
base
but-
dialogue, like, you know, mostly some GMs like to just have like placeholder, but you know, we'll do base dialogue, and that will usually go through like green, you know, make sure like it's all like fits what we want from like the story of both that quest and the game in general. But there have been some exceptions, like Fantastic Voyage was exactly like lore heavy in terms of dialogue, so that pretty much went in game as it was. And I think part of that was just because Green didn't want to deal with my rhyming gimmick. But I think there's been other examples, I just can't think of them right now.
Someone in the voice call said they had an interesting question they wanted to answer.
It's cool.
It was question from Shadow Mage 10, who was like, what's the quest idea that you want to add but you are limited, or like what's a cool thing you would add if you had the ability?
Ooh.
Wait, I wasn't
Content-wise?
listening.
If you
Yeah.
could just add anything to Wynncraft, what would it be?
Oh, I have a few.
I would probably say for me, like sci-fi, you know, like go into space and go on spaceships
Wait,
and
Yeah,
already
you
stuff.
go on the
that.
moon and everything.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair, but I would. It's a little different
If there was
to how far I would go if I were in charge.
Oh.
if there was something I could add to Wynncraft that I don't think is really feasible, it would be to add a sixth element that's a counterpart to intelligence for skill points. So right now you have strength and dexterity, which are two sides of the same coin for offense, and you've got defense and agility, which are the same for defense. And then if you want spells, intelligence just has a monopoly over it. And as much as we can revamp items to be built around, oh hey, builds without intelligence can still get some mana and stuff, I would want there to be another skill that works as something based around spells that isn't intelligence as a sixth element.
Knowledge.
Yeah, no.
Knowledge! Intelligence
that's
and
the
knowledge!
Come
Dude,
on.
you can have
Wait,
the
I
intelligence
love
skill
it.
or you can have the librarian skill.
I want to be a librarian.
Crunkle says nothing for 20 minutes and then randomly says knowledge.
Because I don't have any good questions to answer. So, yeah.
Where are the mushrooms?
Also, the element would be purple, and I don't know what it would be, but I want a purple one.
Alright.
You gather
There you go.
mushrooms in the forest. Then.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, okay, I found them.
Can I go into
Going
what I've
back
had?
to the apps like discussion, like Ascended Kitten wants people to know that having a super long application with like 3 Google documents to explain an idea is like brutal to
Yeah.
read. It's terrible.
Like,
But
we
if
don't
you can
want
be
really
like concise
consensus.
about your cool idea, then that's better.
Also, another thing, please write Google documents because our app system doesn't format things properly. So please include.
Oh my
links
god.
to it.
Yeah, Google Docs are nice, otherwise you just get a wall of text
Yeah.
with no spaces.
Yeah.
It's just text, there's no line breaks in GM
Yeah,
applications
no
when
indent.
you read them.
Someone asked more time travel quests. the thing with time travel is that it gets it's overdone already.
It's
I can
very
explain
hard.
why I hate time travel quests.
Okay.
Building wise, they're super fucking annoying because you have to
Yeah.
create an off-map area of what is originally created. Now you might think, well, that doesn't sound so bad, and it really isn't on the surface. But whenever we want to add anything extra or redo an area, you have to also redo the bit in the time travel area. An example of this where you can still see an issue with it is with the new zombie dungeon, or I can't remember what the hell the new name is. Whatever its new name is, Underworld Crypt. The new one on the normal map is updated and meant to look a bit better, but the corrupted one and the old time travel one or whatever from the quest is still the old one because it's just so much of a pain. You can't just like copy paste in this new one because there's a bunch of command blocks and tripwires and script regions and all this stuff that also all needs to be edited, and it just becomes a huge pain. And it's just something that's very difficult to deal with on our end.
Tizri has been very fervently asking a question for us.
Yeah, I saw it. It's a long question, though, so I'm not gonna say all of it. But it's pretty much, if I understand it, it's why is grinding not giving any wealth, even though dungeon runs exist and they do give both good XP and good wealth. And the main reason, if that's the question, is that dungeons cost a key, while the other things are completely free. At least that's the main reason.
Dungeons. He's wondering why grinding specifically isn't something that, like, it feels like grinding isn't worth the time because doing dungeons gives more experience, and doing loot runs and farming professions gives more wealth, like liquefied emeralds.
Yeah.
And grinding is not really good for either of them.
Grinding is good if you forget that dungeons do cost something to get into. If you always just go to the CIB party, then yeah, totally get why you think dungeons are better. But it's they technically cost some wealth to enter the dungeon. Maybe the balance isn't there yet, but
I remember when the eco update originally came out and we rebalanced grind spots to give more XP but be harder. One of the issues people had with it was they felt grinding was meant to be monotonous and almost like methodical, but with this new version it loses that, and it's a very hard balancing issue of making it so that grinding is still like methodical and like something you can just do in your free time, but also not like boring and still give a good amount of XP.
Yeah, and like there are still some circumstances where grinding does beat dungeon runs, like the Dragonling Cave that I finally convinced people to use instead of D Cave, which is like my proudest thing in Wynncraft.
Oh, that's my thing.
What, you made it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we should try some of the spots in Skylands at a D Cave party, and people are like, okay. They humored me, and they're like, wait, this is actually good. And now it's the
You're
thing.
welcome.
But part of the issue is also that the cost of going into dungeons to using them, which is the key, is completely invalidated by people using dungeon bombs.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, someone invested wealth, you could classify it as that, into being able to grind this dungeon, but now other people get it for free. And so if you are around when dungeon parties are happening, they're like unequivocally better than grinding in most circumstances, because the balance of the game isn't designed specifically around everyone having dungeon bombs.
Yeah.
It's designed for if no one had them.
And that's a good thing, because otherwise we'd have to make dungeons kind of more useless, and then for regular players, going through the trouble of crafting a corrupted key will really not be worth it. Oh, Jesus.
It would almost make the game more pay to win, because if we nerf the game around that dungeons were useless unless you use dungeon bombs, or if we made... It would nerf the game so that essentially you'd have to buy something for part of the game to be useful, which isn't what we want.
Look, right now in the game itself, I'm grinding in a grind spot because I don't have a key and I don't want to bother to it. So it's still useful in some lower range.
Yeah.
Also, I just noticed Colin joined the voice call.
Wait,
Yeah.
really? Wow.
He's
Hello,
muted
Colin.
now. I think he's just
Hello.
listening.
Fancy
No
permissions.
I have a
Fancy
question
admin
from
perms gets to join the
Olivia.
call.
Yeah.
He's gone!
Okay. Yeah. I'm
But-
seeing people asking about the next update, and what I would say is when it's done.
Oh, with
Like,
the release date? Yeah.
You're not gonna hear about
We're
it
not
here.
gonna give a release
But
date.
I want to say
There's-
something because I saw some people on the forum not say the thing properly. Road to Dern is not Dern. It's the road to Dern. It's very similar to Dern. You might think it's Dern, but it's
They're
not
separate.
quite Dern.
They're separate places.
Yeah, but if you expected Dern and Road to Dern comes before, I don't think you'll be disappointed because it does feel like a very different place.
Dern 0.5, yeah, think you solved it.
So,
Yeah.
look at Discord.
Alright, give me a sec.
I have a question from Olebra. They ask, would you add merchants that sell powerful ingredients?
The point of ingredients is that in general, except for a few of them, you have to kill mobs, especially the good ones. You have to go out and find rare mobs or buy them off the market, and having merchants sell them would defeat that purpose.
Yeah.
Like if you just want to buy it for yourself, we'd rather it go into the economy and have buying it from the market from another player than having a merchant sell it. But if you want to get it in the wild, we'd rather you go find a mob to do it.
And then there are merchants, like for example, the reward of D&D 4.
Yeah.
That's a merchant, but it still requires a mob shop.
It's
There's
still
not, yeah,
required you to
there are a
kill
few. There are a
Hydra.
few ingredients that you can get from merchants.
Yeah,
If I
you-
recall, I think you could get eggs.
There's also bamboos and stuff like that.
them.
But
I think we
in
removed
general, especially the very, very good ones, the tier 3 and 2s, should be got from rare mob.
Yeah, and IMAX, I'm not gonna reveal that because that's the name of the update itself.
Yeah, do it. It's
No, I'm not doing it.
Dude, okay, can I get everyone here in voice and in chat to start calling what Quint instead of calling it Road to Dern, it's Diet Dern.
No.
Tight turn.
No.
Diet Dern.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I get it.
I don't know how long the stream will last. It's already been 2 hours.
Diet Dern, yes.
Probably not more than one more hour.
In chat,
That's the name of the new update, guys.
in chat a little bit ago, it was asked if why the mod to detect mythic drops while grinding mobs was we got rid of that. That's because we determined that was too much of a buff or too much of a thing that makes it too easy to grind mythics. Not too easy to grind mythics, but it's too much added on to a person that is not in the base game, and we feel it's almost unfair to players who don't have it, so we removed it.
I don't even remember that. I guess,
This is what JP told me when he was removing it.
Yeah, that's alright.
We do have a question that Shadow Mage has asked a couple times. What's your favorite suggestion on the forums that you haven't been able to add to the game? Just for anyone.
Backpacks. Like
Backpack.
Backpacks, yes, backpacks.
Even before the economy update, I love the idea of backpacks.
Yeah, I'll go with backpacks as well.
And it's such a good idea, honestly.
It'd be pretty convenient if we ever do it.
There was stuff. Oh god. I haven't checked it recently, and it was a really long time ago. If anyone remembers Nepeta's skill point change suggestion thing, which was really cool at the time, and it's like super outdated now. That thing would have been super cool.
Is it the thing where it gives bonus when you reach a certain
Yeah.
threshold? Yeah, that one's also a cool idea.
That one is really neat. I like that. But backpacks, I think, are just gonna trump everything. It's fantastic.
Yeah, well, you know, I
Yes,
also
I'll
like
take
the,
one. Backpacks one.
Yeah.
Explain.
When?
Backpacks fun. Add backpack.
You're right. It's a good idea.
Oh, I also like the
Maybe
suggestion
future.
of adding like, I don't know, unique spells that like you could unlock somehow. Because after a while, you know, like the spell progression ends.
I love
Like
it.
super early. Yeah,
We got some ideas for spells, honestly, and I think it's cooler than just flat out adding new spells. But you'll see soon enough, maybe.
Best suggestion, not in the game. Housing.
Oof.
Oh no!
You went there.
Yes, housing.
We need to switch some people for probably a last time, but I'm kind of busy grinding.
Damn, who's gonna
Someone
join
also
it?
asked who's the oldest content team member.
Oh,
Do-
I need Corp in here. so I
Wait,
can
do you
heal
mean
it.
oldest as
Oldest.
in
And
oldest
team
person
member?
or longest on the team?
longest
Longest
on
on
the
the
content team or oldest in age?
Because like the longest on the team that's been active
Salted.
is probably Pan.
What?
Headset.
Alex the Cube.
Oh, Alex Q.
Oh yeah,
Alex the
Alex
Cube.
been here
Yeah,
since
Alex.
day one.
Yeah,
Been there from the
Alex.
beginning.
Alex has been here since
Wait,
the
and
very
he's
start.
waiting, I think, to get added. Maybe. Shall I
Yeah,
add him?
bring Alex in.
Yeah, all right, I
Hey,
will. I need to
the
get
veteran.
somewhere. All right.
Yeah,
Need to slash class.
as for oldest, as in like literally oldest,
Mo.
Mo, yeah.
Lots
Bring Mo in.
QA.
Lots of people in chat are wanting Selvit back in the voice.
Selva was already
Alright,
Yeah, but
well,
they-
I'll tell you what, I have to go get some dinner, so...
All right.
All right.
I'll bring
Which Andy
Selvit
will-
and Alex.
Yeah, Selvit, Alex. People want
Yeah.
Selvit and Corpe in chat to come in.
Corpe.
Corpe
Yeah.
has been waiting a while. There's 4 in that chat that have been waiting.
Oh, okay, fine.
that's
I'll bring.
great.
Okay, I'll bring Corpe. Then we'll bring Alex. Hello.
Hello, Selvit! Selvit is
Hey.
here!
Yeah, back for.
Welcome back.
Oh
and
my
hello,
god.
Corpe!
Alright,
Why do you
it's
like
been good to be on the stream. Bye.
See ya.
See you, Tantabus.
All right, great.
Hey,
Switch everyone.
Corp.
Hello.
Corp. You know you have something to do, right?
Oh yeah.
Selva, you died.
Yeah, I died. I know. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Assume.
Corp, your
I got-
mic is being awful.
Yeah, whose mic is being
Oh.
weird right now?
Yeah, your mic is crackling like crazy. Sprinkles intensify.
Okay, one sec.
Yeah, I failed the hardcore. It's fine. I can still keep playing. See, we
Oh
only
my
change
god,
the
he
color.
failed the hardcore.
Oh,
Failed
can I
hardcore?
semi-answer Smiley Alex question?
What is it?
It's about offhand slot.
Oh, sure. If you say the right thing.
Okay, well, no, I don't want to say the wrong thing. There was a plan to have a map in the offhand slot, but that was just an idea, and we are probably going to do something with it, but who knows? It's up in the air right now.
No, there's a few ideas, or a map, or a random item that's like an accessory that you hold, but or maybe more shield type stuff that are actually useful. No concrete plan yet.
Nothing
Basically, we want to do something, but we're not sure what we want to do with it.
Yeah, it's kind of a big thing, you know.
I actually can't set my warrior to level 200 because I removed my admin rank. So you guys, because when you're admin, you get a whole bunch of stuff in chat about players cheating in game right now. I don't want you guys to see that. So,
The owner of the server is a cheater.
no, not me, of course. Everyone.
No,
else.
never him, never salted.
I would never
Yeah.
All right,
Never
let's go
cheat.
back.
You've like never completely played through the game, Salted.
No, I know I haven't, but I've played
one
every
session.
part. Well, in
Yeah,
one
he
session.
played. Salted has played every section of the game individually, but never from start to finish in 6 years.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's
Awful.
disgusting.
Honest.
But he still has a level 160 warrior.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did that all
We're
the
living
time.
grinding.
Yes, Chronozilla, there is actually a builder called Bob.
Yes, and I
Used to know Bob.
Yeah, not just Bob.
and I like my name. Thank you very much.
That was Bob just talking.
Is the Winnick Warrior Bob an
No,
anagram for Elder Bob?
I joined
Bob
the
was actually
team
named
way
after
after Bob the Warrior was added, and the Bob the Warrior's name comes from it's a funny name.
You died again.
Yeah, Bob just comes from Bob being a silly name
Yeah.
Bob, how does it feel to be named after
for a legendary warrior.
It's
Yeah,
like
you should really put on pants.
Broadly enough,
I don't even
was
have
named after
pants in
Bob
real
the
life.
Warrior.
Sorry.
Buy some pants.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
show off this amazing armor.
What? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Salted has pants now.
Hooray!
Oh,
The
right,
world
let's
is
look at the
saved.
list of questions. Oh yeah, okay, somebody asked, will Wynncraft mob AI ever be revamped, mainly their pathfinding? So we did at one point have actual smart mobs, but they really destroyed the servers. Wynncraft on average has something like 15,000 entities loaded at all time, and most of them are mobs, and if you want them to be smart, they kind of need to take a bit more power.
Salted, I think you're underestimating it because of eco update, and that changed it to way more than 15,000.
Yeah, well, eco update's kind of special. It depends where players are. If you're in Nibla Forest, it suddenly loads a lot more. Anyway, we got a lot of entities in Wynn. It's pretty much where I'm going at.
Yeah.
Oh, am I not
So
banished?
mob AI
This is
has
why.
been come down.
The more complex the mob AI is, the
more
harder
power
it is to
takes.
actually.
So I really like to do it. If we want to do it, we need to actually kind of spend some development time to
No,
make that.
no, Lucky. I am power hour is done.
Well, you can
Yeah.
still ask a couple. It's just not exclusively item questions.
No more.
There's a question up here from the Real Bint. Is there a reason why there aren't mythic leggings or helmets? That's because we did not, at least from an item maker perspective, we don't want people making a full set of armor that's just mythics, because mythics are already strong enough. And we don't really count their as being mythic chest plates either, because the only chest plate is Discover, which is a gimmick, and not a legitimate armor piece for fighting.
As for why Salted only made mythic boots, we don't know.
Well,
Yeah, can you explain?
I had to pick one body piece that was going to be mythic, and so I went with boots.
Okay, so it was basically the same reason, only a slightly more arbitrary.
Yeah, it's also so like I didn't want to make 4 pieces of armor in all mythic because that's be a bit OP. So it's just that boots got selected. I should have picked something a bit cooler like chestplate, but
No, boots are the coolest.
Boots
Salted
have enough.
Boots are nice.
Salted is like the suburban white mom that just wants to buy a gajillion pairs of shoes.
Oh,
So that's why it's
yeah.
mythic.
No. He's the white lady that buys all the shelves off of Wonder Bread.
Jeez,
Specifically Wonder Bread.
What is Wonder Bread?
these are very
A
That's
type
The
of
bad
white
bread.
bread that's infused with extra nutrients like wheat bread.
it's wonderful.
Yeah,
I don't know what
going
you.
to buy
White bread
Wonder
taste
Bread.
with the wheat bread health.
Oh, that's Miles, nice. Salted, did you make mythic boots because cows can wear multiple pairs?
Yeah, man, totally. Of course. Alright, what else we got?
Will you ever make boots that are called Tim's? No.
No.
yes.
We can confirm no.
I don't even
We
get
are also not going to make anything called Gucci.
Oh wait,
Uh-uh.
but with the new
No, these
crafting system, you can craft
Unless
your
they
own
want-
Yeah,
Tims.
you could make your own Tim's, dude. It's
Someone
it's
can
not
make
us
boots
now. It's up
fly.
to you.
Oh my
up
god, you
to
can
you
make
to make
the
your-
hype-based crafted set.
I got a question from Nate Isbear. Yo, so is there a schedule for DXP weeks, or are they just random?
They're random, pretty much.
They're spur of the moment.
Well, you'll never see like 2 XP weekend, one after the other. It's not that type of random, but it's when we feel like it. If it's on a schedule, people start expecting it, and that's not really what we want.
Yeah, we don't want people shaping their Wynncraft playtime around DXP weekends to like optimize everything.
Multiple people have now asked that can we have mythic accessories? No. Next question.
Basically, mythic accessories is going a little bit too far with mythics, and it kind of brings up the same problem as boots.
Mythic boots were already too far.
At least in some respect. I
But
was fine with them.
We manage with them, but
Alright, give me a second. I'll pick a question soon. Just
favorite piece of Wynncraft music?
The coast.
Yeah!
The best
Call
song
of the
is
Orient.
it's the one that plays in the Water Dungeon Quest.
Yeah, another one.
Wait, what?
I like the roots of corruption.
Ballada del Vagabondo Marino?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why is no one saying the Nivla Forest music? Like,
My
I
favorite
made that.
is Tale. My favorite is Tale of the
Overrated.
Century. If I had to pick my favorite that I didn't write, it would probably be either Time Valley or Maltic.
I still say the dojo theme, Call of the Orient.
Yes.
Call of the Orient is like the most fire piece in the OST.
Dude, so many of these are mine, and I'm just like,
Xavier, good job on the
Yes,
Vagabondo.
Xavier, it is true. You do good music. Believe in yourself.
Will
The Void's
when-
quite good too.
When will Crafted Movie be back?
No.
Oh boy.
Tomorrow. A Crafted Movie will be back when
September 31st.
It will be back when
Alright.
No. Salted loses subscribers every time he uploads a video to Crafted Movie now because of how dead it's been, so he doesn't.
It's just safer to not touch it and let it slowly die. But
If you were to remix any song in Wynncraft, what song would it be and what genre would it be in? This is for, I guess, Corpse,
Oh my
Salted,
God.
or Selvid and I.
Energetic Encounter and Jazz.
Yeah, absolutely. Energetic Encounter would become a jazz reduction.
I was going to say I would try and do the Legendary Island battle theme in Electro Swing.
Dude, that's so cool. I'm
Yeah.
yeah, you should do it.
That one would be really fitting.
Aside from Energetic Encounter becoming jazz, I honestly have not given any thought to others.
I like the Void music,
The void music's good.
but it's. I feel
Maybe
like
I would
it's
turn Dance
forgettable.
of Memory into an orchestral thing, but I have no idea how to compose things.
Yeah, for me, Vince, the Void theme is fine, but it's just kind of forgettable
The
personally.
void theme was originally the
Sages.
graveyard theme in Nemrak.
Yeah.
No, it
Sage
wasn't.
Came around and
No, it
Maybe.
wasn't.
yeah, I
maybe
made
it
that
was.
so I would know.
Graveyard. You're not Sage.
No, I made the quest and I placed the music and I chose.
Oh, yeah. The music
Graveyard.
was used there.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Graveyard
was
was used there.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like.
Oh, no.
meant
Oh,
to be,
I thought you meant something completely different.
Corpe's best music was the Note Block Bad Guy.
I'm so proud of that.
Yo, I have
The
one for
series-
the IAMs.
We
and then-
renamed
Renamed-
Requiem into Desperado
You have
because
one-
Major wanted to name something Desperado, and changing Requiem from Water to Thunderfire made the name Requiem not fit anymore. Also, it wasn't a JoJo reference.
Alright, cool.
What's the question, Salted?
Yeah, exactly this one. So, it's been answered.
Oh, okay.
Someone asked about the city names, and most cities are named after content team members or.
They're all anagrams, or 99% of
them.
them are anagrams of
Yeah.
people that have been on the content team at one point or are on the content team now. And I can give like I have a list. I have all of them memorized. So if you have any one of them that you're specifically wondering, I can
Yeah, it
tell
is.
you who it is. Yeah,
First,
Mace
make-
is an anagram of IMAX.
It's not an anagram
And
like.
It's
Oh yeah,
salted.
some of them aren't full anagrams because we couldn't use all the letters.
And the city that's not an anagram is Levigar because it's. for
Yeah,
villager.
Levigar is just villager.
No. It has
Uh,
been recently unofficially
No,
changed.
no,
that-
Yeah.
no.
But there are a couple that aren't anagrams as well. Corcus, Relos, and Eboju Village are not anagrams either. I believe Eboju is just a word for like necklace that's been translated like a gajillion
It was
times.
mask.
A mask, okay. And then Busey is an anagram of QB. Olux is an anagram of
Luxio.
Luxio, who used to be an artist. Will there ever be an anagram for toy? Probably.
No.
Yacht, yacht.
I wonder who
Is
asked
an
that.
anagram for Crunkle.
Yeah, I can
Theo.
tell you any of them.
Tio.
Lexdale
Yes, Alex
is an anagram of Alex the Cube.
Yeah, this money is
PC
all
headset.
due. Sorry.
BCAD.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
no
yeah,
anagram
the-
for Cook Pelvis.
Headset.
The
Yeah.
the never-ending discussion on how you pronounce D-seed. Ugh.
The seed.
The seed.
Yes,
Yeah, I
The
I
seed.
had a friend that pronounced it the sad, and it was the funniest thing.
Yeah, well,
I
my
still
cousin
say BCAD.
Yeah.
Amserd or Amsarod.
What? Who
Amsord.
says
Amsorod?
Amsorod?
How do you spell it?
My
course.
cousin says Amsarod.
That's
There's the
not a
best-
thing.
Amsord
There's the
was
best
taken
anagram,
from...
Thanos.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Thanos is no hats.
Mhm.
If anyone
Was it
Reverse.
actually based on the Marvel villain or no?
No, the Marvel movie was based on the Wynncraft
Oh,
city.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Marvel owes us royalties.
Olux is named after Luxio. They used to be an artist for Wynn.
Yeah.
They still
They're
hang
no
out in
longer
the
part of the
community from
content
time to
team,
time.
though.
Yeah, he's a cool. I think he actually watched a little bit of this stream. I don't think he's still around.
Yeah.
Just like Nesak was named after Cassian. Dogavi was an old name of
Dog.
Good Vibes, who does not deserve the name anymore.
Yeah,
Now
they
it's a cooler
Good
dude.
Vibes did bad things, so we changed the name of that town to
Now it's a cooler dude.
To someone who deserved it more.
yeah, and now it's named after IMAX. who is like God GM, makes 4 quests in a month. Yeah.
In a month?
Bad vibes. Yes, I agree.
All right. Do you guys have normal questions, or not about
Wait,
Sid names?
Was the
Yes,
answer that
I'm
Sword is named after Electric Ham's Lord?
Yes.
Electric Ham.
Yep.
Changed his name.
Hamsword was
Electric Ham's Lord.
which was Ham's old name. Nodguj and Dujgon Islands were both named after a guy named Goodjon, spelled with a U.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
I don't
And,
know.
I didn't know
I
that
don't know.
was-
So I don't know who Goodjon was.
He was a
But
builder.
I do know that they were named after him.
Nesak was named after Cassian, which was a builder from Crafted Movie that got.
Oh my god, Salted's in deeper
Hello.
than
Yeah, I'm actually really in trouble right now.
Oh no.
Salted's gonna die.
Yeah.
And
Salted's
Terry
gonna...
was named
Wait, did you go
after
to
Svenert, another
Oh.
Crafted Movie builder.
Candid Beta is Abandoned Bank. Salted's
Alright.
gonna die.
Yeah.
And there
yes.
he goes.
There he goes.
Well,
Beta
Quint,
actually
you
a
made
good
it too
book.
hard. Is all I can say.
Spam F in chat for Salted.
F in chat.
Are you sure you don't just suck, Salted?
Yeah. I
Maybe
also
we should
do.
answer some real questions.
Yeah,
I think that
what are
Salted needs to
the
get some healing potions.
Salted has a list.
Yeah, I have this. It's getting quite thin now. Let me look. Yeah, one person asked, will PvP ever be revamped? And did we answer that? No, I don't think we did.
No, we
And
didn't.
I think we mentioned that Nether
Yeah, we
changes
talked a
are
bit
being
about
saved,
Nether.
but that's not necessarily PvP in particular.
PvP in Wynncraft ain't really the greatest because the game really hasn't been made around PvP. And it will always kind of be on the back compared to PvE. There's some things we can do that are easy to improve PvP, which we might do at one point, but it will never be it will never be a big focus to make PvP much better. We can definitely improve it, and there's some more PvP stuff that I think we shall add. But it will stay PvE mostly.
I have a question somewhat related to Crunkle. Is dyed armor ever going to be fixed? Currently, it doesn't drop with dyes.
What?
Leather
is
armor
dyed
that's
armor
dyed.
elements?
Leather armor that's dyed when it drops, like some of the sets, like the leaf set, they aren't dropped with the colors on it anymore, and it has been
That's
for a
good
while.
to know.
All right.
We'll have
Alright,
to look into it.
I think that's the
probably
list.
yes then.
All right,
just
Crunkle's
didn't
going
know.
to probably try and work on that. There you go.
Your dyed armor will be fixed.
All right, that's a good question.
That is back!
Are there ever going to be gathering/crafting centered quest? And probably there's something we can do. Well, maybe not completely centered around that, but we can start to add the professions a bit more into the content because right now it's on its own world, and there's some like just even small stuff. One thing I really want to do is to make in Tunnel Trouble at one point you need to dig the wall by right-clicking. It'd be nice if you could actually just mine the wall with a level 1 pickaxe, whatever, using the mining system stuff. Just a little add-on that we can add to existing quests, at least.
Father TNT is wondering if there's going to be a winter Halloween quest again.
We talked
We
about
talked
We
about
talked
this
about that,
earlier, but I'll just give a quick recap that it's really difficult for us to push individual things. So usually we're in the middle of a big update when October and December roll around, and so we can't just push a quick winter-themed quest separately from the update we're working on without pushing unfinished content. So that's why there usually isn't. If things line up perfectly, there probably will be, but
Alright,
it probably won't.
let's switch some people. Let's get Milius.
Are there even
and
people?
Abyss. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3 people that are up for it.
Is
So-
Quint actually gonna come in chat, dude?
Oh god, no.
Apparently she has a very low quality mic, so I'm kind of scared.
Bring Quint in for like 10 minutes. Everyone wants Quint.
Alright, let's
We
just
get
bring
well
everyone.
managed.
Just be careful to not, because this is the end of the stream, pretty much. Hello.
First.
That's a lot of people.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, we're people now.
Yeah, everyone's muted though. Milius, if you're there, you need to talk though. That's the rule.
I'm here, boys.
Hello,
Oh.
Viz.
I
hello,
have
Viz.
this one.
We have people in chat.
Oh
Smiley
my
Alex.
god.
Selvit, this is kind of for you and me, but I feel like we'd have to talk to Major because I didn't do much with Mythics.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
thing with Nirvana,
stuff with
that
Nirvana.
was a change that I merely voted on rather
Yeah,
than
I
overseeing myself.
I
so
haven't
that's
touched-
something you would need to ask Major.
So I can like quickly type at me, like ask Major and see what he says and respond to you.
do the new comers want to introduce themselves?
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Hi, I'm Abysswas, Wynncraft GM and music composer.
Great.
He did the Great Bridge. Everyone likes that.
Easy.
Do they?
Yeah,
I like it.
That's a yes.
Everyone likes Great Bridge, dude.
The song for the Great Bridge.
Yeah.
Milius, who
Yeah,
are
the song.
you?
Huh? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Hey, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, hey, I'm just your average skin maker.
It's about average being the only
He's
one.
really good.
Average, man.
Just your average producer of flesh.
Oh,
Isn't
I
that...
was just imagining getting like a rank and it just said flesh.
Flesh Maker! Yeah!
She's the one who won the
Fleshmaker.
skin making contest thingy, which it wasn't a contest, but yeah.
Alright, someone asked, when you started working on the Wynn, do you expect it to be as big in depth today? Absolutely not, and that came to bite us in the ass very early. When we started working on it, it was like, oh, after 1 or 2 years, it'll be probably dead. You know, you don't have to spend too much time on some intense gameplay stuff. And so it ended up blowing up, and then we had to redo the mouse system, and we had to redo the item system, and redo a whole bunch of stuff because it wasn't made with that scale in mind. So absolutely did not expect. Like right now, it's what, almost 6 years and a few months long, which is quite
absolutely
My
insane.
my 6-year anniversary on the server is in 2 days.
Wow.
Wow, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Is it really his birthday?
Happy birthday.
No,
that's
actually
Alright,
not his birthday.
Is that what all this birthday
Whoever's
stuff is about on your
singing
forums
gets
page?
Okay.
Oh, Nobuchu, AUSS. Will Abysswas ever make a good quest?
Okay,
Wow.
No.
tell him that you can go.
No.
Wow.
You can go
Cutting
what?
deep, man.
Oh my god.
Why do some items have anime references in them? Silver
Because-
Mirror is an item maker, and he does that. It's
Hey, give a little credit to Nebby.
yeah, Nebby too.
Yeah,
Silver and Nebby are the reason that there are anime references in items.
mostly all the other anime references that are apparently anime references. Basically, if Silver or Nebby didn't do it, I did it on accident.
Yeah.
Because I
There are
do
a
that. That's a thing that I
Oh,
do.
wait.
I just
Tell
accidentally make things that are other things without
Tell
real-
Nubachu that I'm better than him in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah.
Okay.
He should shudder to my power, dude.
I'm here to inform everyone that the GM applications have been
hang on.
answered.
Whoa!
Not by me,
a live
but
stream.
Maybe we might get some new GMs.
Wait, actually.
we have.
No.
Ooh! New GMs! Dude!
Yes.
Somebody asked,
Oh
what
my
do you do
god,
with
Xavier, you sounded like a fangirl right there.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about
Uh,
this.
Wow.
Somebody asked, what do you guys do with the world record certificate for largest MMO? I still have it somewhere in this apartment. I don't know what else to say to that. I didn't put it in the wall yet because it's like, I don't know, it's in an apartment. I don't own this place, so I kind of don't want to start making
Wait,
holes
Salty,
in
I
walls.
think it's a bit of an exception.
What?
So you're telling me that it's not hung up above the fireplace in your master's manor?
Yeah, man. There wasn't enough space anymore with all these other trophies that I have, obviously.
All that money and gold you have to store, and it just piles up. You don't have the space.
Too much
That's
money.
the problem.
There's a few anime references. Karma DJ, I believe, like Crown of Suzaku is.
According to Nebby, he's added a lot of anime references, but according to him, there's so many layers deep that people won't get.
Oh yeah, there's a few there are a couple anime references from Nebby in the mob names of certain grind spot mobs in Corcus. Apparently,
That's quite.
One of the
any of those
one of the anime references he wanted to add was a defensive helmet called Eye Patch.
yeah.
Who's going to get that?
Gun with legs. Gun with legs.
What
Gun
the
with
heck?
legs.
No
How does
one will
everyone
get
know
gun
that?
with legs except for item makers.
Even I don't get it.
Nobody gets it.
What else? There's also some Destiny references because of Major.
Oh! Major, my guy, let's go!
Yeah.
He's not even here though.
Like, Oh god, I don't remember what it's
believe
called.
one of the renamed bows.
Subtle Calamity.
Subtle Calamity, yes.
Is a Destiny reference, apparently.
Oh wait, he actually put a subtle calamity in the game?
Yeah.
Dude! Oh my god. Is it a bow? It's a bow, right?
It's a bow.
It's a bow.
Yeah,
it is
got
a void
it.
bow. It is a void archetype bow.
Void bow, let's go.
By the way, guys, if you have any questions about like models and armor,
Can I add more
models,
Destiny references actually?
No.
you
I don't know,
ask them,
can you?
'cause I'm a modeler.
As a content creator, can you?
I will whether you like it or not.
Oh yeah, as Tantibus said in chat, there's a lot of Avatar references all over Wynn.
Avatar.
Wait, what?
Avatar
Even
like
some of the things would just like there were some things that were even just based off Avatar, not even a reference. It was just part of that was the inspiration for like I can think of builds at least.
the air temple.
Why does
Yeah.
Alcatraz have the tier 1 weapon skin? It looks pathetic.
It was a mistake at first, but it became iconic.
And will there be more CT streams, Salted?
Yeah, it went.
That's a yes?
It went pretty alright. We might do a few more in the future. It won't be constant, like it won't be
I think
something
people like it.
every week or so shit, but it will be like every so often we might do one.
Dude, I'd stream every week. You don't have to be here. I'll do an IM stream every
Well,
week.
It's not official then.
I'll play Wynn and I'll answer. I don't
So
know
what if
questions.
it's official or not?
If I'm there, it's official. That's how it works.
Oh.
Content team content.
Okay, Razor Guild says, will we have more naming contests? And
I don't even know what that is.
That's a
For
tricky
items.
question. That's a tricky question because at the moment, the drop pools are basically full. We've put in as many items as we really feasibly can do in most circumstances. There's a few gaps, primarily with accessories, but for armors and weapons, it's pretty much sorted. And that makes item naming contests a bit of a tricky proposition, simply because where are we going to add the item?
We have enough items already. We kind of have almost too many in some circumstances.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why the people that are like, well, why are you remaking all these items? Why didn't you just add more? That's why.
We have too many.
Drop pools are already saturated enough that it's tough to find what you want.
Oh god. Especially with uniques actually being useful. If you're trying to get a specific unique, you're gonna get like 15 uniques that you don't want first.
Yeah. So there, two birds with one stone. Naming contest is a most likely not. And now you also know why we didn't add more items instead of remaking them.
Can we have a mythic named Jumla's coffee mug? No.
Jumla doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah,
I know it's funny because the meme goes that he drops his coffee, but
he drinks tea.
Yeah.
He's spilling the tea.
Spill the tea, says. No, don't.
Don't you
say
dare.
it, Major.
Are you guys?
I don't know what that
Is
is.
it-
I
sorry.
don't know what that is, but
Shadow,
don't know.
Shadow Mage wants us to change the lore on the Great Bridge, but I kind of like having it just be run.
I kind of like run. It's fitting.
Yeah, kind of like it as
Okay,
well.
about the Great Bridge discovery, why? Well, why do you want it to be changed?
Well,
is it not good enough for you?
And it can be explained in other ways in the future.
Yeah. Considering the entire challenge of the Great Bridge and the fact that the Great Bridge music starts immediately as soon as you step in, it's kind of meant to be this, like, oh my god, I gotta go type deal. And putting the lore as run kind of reinforces that.
Yeah, plus you
Taking
couldn't
that
really
away
read
would
anything.
make people stop and read it, and it would kind of make it helps make the running challenge feel a lot more integrated.
Some of the wait, what?
Yoshi's World 2 is wondering what Jumla does.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna answer. And Jumla hasn't been doing a lot lately. He's mostly doing university. That's why you don't see him around. But since early last year, he was doing the code stuff pretty much as our only dev, which is now Kronk for now.
Yeah, he helped out in the period when JP was AWOL and we didn't have Crunkle again.
Hey guys, I'm Crunkle.
Yeah,
Oh,
Krunkle
okay.
is now our dev.
Hey guys, knock knock, it's Crunkles.
Yeah, like Jumla helps out if we really need it, but he's focused on school.
Yeah.
Krunkle, you're a god.
I know. I'm not
Wow,
really
dude.
a god.
It says Razor Guild in the chat.
Okay, I have a question for people on the call, actually. Do you guys feel
Okay, I
like
have a question for you.
Krunkle's voice is like a bit smoky?
Okay, you better not say I've got a smoker
I think
voice.
Krunkle sounds like Grian.
Not a smoker
Yeah.
voice, but
Yeah,
just
green.
like
Smoker
a
green.
smoky voice.
Smoker Grian,
Alright,
dude.
you say
Wait, I don't-
smoker green.
I think the word you're looking for is husky.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
It
hear.
sounds
I don't
very
hear,
like
smoky.
smooth.
I feel it's more.
I like Krunkle's
smooth. Like
I've
if
got a
I
nice
had to liken your
jazz
voice to something,
voice.
it would be like caramel.
But
Do you
it
like
sounds.
jazz?
Bob, you asked the question in trial GM chat, by the way.
What?
I can't
Those
That
are
was
good.
not.
Where's Green?
I've already screenshot it. so it's okay.
Don't.
KQW
The wrong chat.
asks, "Where's Green?"
Where's
Green.
Dude, it's
Grain.
Oh,
was
Grain.
there.
Grain is in various farms. You can,
Grain was busy
harvest
yelling
it
at
with
me.
sides.
Yeah, Green.
Yeah.
Green is.
But
busy with yelling
more
at me.
seriously,
It's probably a
this stream happened at the same time as we do our weekly work night thing. So Grian was busy with other GMs while we were doing the stream, and now he
Yeah.
left because it's late. His house. Too
Yeah,
bad.
he's
he
probably asleep now because it's like
Yeah.
midnight.
I asked him if he wanted to come in. He said he didn't want to. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh.
We got
Where's-
rejected. We got rejected by Green.
Where's Slavut?
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Green's
What's a
weak.
Selvit?
I
Is that a
agree.
new mob?
I agree. Green is weak.
It's too
Yeah,
weak
Wake
for
him up.
power.
It's like 2 a.m.
Wake
where he
him up
lives, but
inside.
whatever.
Save him.
He does actually.
It's
know
fine.
Call
about
his
that.
name
Yeah,
and save him.
Krunkle's better than
from
Green,
the
dude.
dark.
Krunkle's better than Green. We got Krunkle.
I used to make YouTube videos under Korean, but none of you really remember.
The original.
Korean.
On a more like back to the question that I saw, Olebra was like, do you put a lot of effort into attracting new players? Are you happy with the size of the server?
The size, but it's always better if there's more players. But it's okay right now. We reach
I
like
mean, at the
1.1k every day, and that's a good amount. But it's summer as well, so
Oh, Salted, you're going to Time Valley.
yeah, I'm doing
Ooh.
the
You
time
should-
quest.
Early game is very important because it.
Do you have
sets an
music
impression.
on, Salted? I don't have audio on the stream
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I do.
Good.
Of course I do.
Time Valley music
Salted,
is
you've
high
been here
quality.
for almost 3 hours and you're only level 14.
Okay, look.
Okay,
It's been
but
dying.
for like a half of the stream, first off he's died twice, and second off, for half the stream he was just getting hit around by people spamming party bombs.
Yeah.
See, that's called stream sniping.
Also, when I'm
Yeah.
when I'm looking at the chat and playing at the same time, I kind of do weird things and I go nowhere. So I kind of
there-
lost time there.
Are there any more questions on your list, Salted?
Wait, I'll look soon.
Oh, I have a question.
Ooh.
My class, I've been trying to delete it, but it takes 7.5 hours. That's why I can't make a new class.
Man,
So if you
that must be a bug.
Wow, okay.
All right, next question. Jeez,
Next, you should do a speed run of the game.
not good enough for that.
Salted, a speedrun?
Yeah.
I think
No,
there is a speedrunning
in
community.
general, I think speedrunning Wynn. There are a couple issues. First off, the length of the game.
It costs
and how
real life
slow
money.
it is. And, well, you could just do a category without buying anything with real life money, and you just have to switch servers when someone throws an XP bomb. Where do you end it? There would have to be a lot of different categories. Like, do you do all the quests? Do you just get to level 100 as fast as possible? Do you end when you beat Qira? I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I got one last question.
There is an interesting, like, it could be interesting to try and optimize, like, first level 25 or something, like you said, sounds kind of neat. Because it doesn't get to the part where it just becomes grinding and nothing else.
Salted. What you should do a speed one. Well, right when you join the game, you do set level 105.
Easy. I'll have the
Boom,
record.
done.
All right, here's
Boom,
the last
done.
question
World
I
record
got.
Wynncraft speed run. 8
Last question
seconds.
I got from Twitter and the forum stuff. What will make the Dern quest unique from Gavel/Wynn, and will Dern or Road to Dern be out in 2019? So, as you may have noticed, Wynn and Gavel are kind of different in the creature in it. Gavel's more fantasy-like, while Wynn is like it's horror or it's undead. I don't know how to call it, but it's
poor. Wynn looks poor compared to Gavel.
Anyway, you get what I'm saying, and the same will be true of Dern. It's not just gonna be the builds that are different; it's the type of creatures, and the quest will also be on about different things. It'll be unique. That's one of the reasons we really took our time with Road to Dern, because it's oh my god, somebody did that
it will
again.
feel very different. And...
As for when it comes out, it's it'd be nice to have it by 2019, but I'm not making any promises.
We hope.
It would be nice.
Yeah, we hope it'll be in 2019. That'll be great. But we aren't gonna guarantee anything.
Cool. So that's the last one. So we only got chat, and in 15 minutes I'll stop the stream. So if you got any question, now's the time.
Oh, it's only going 15 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
That was 3 hours.
Do you guys want to speedrun some dungeons?
2 hours and 45 minutes.
No, I'm trying to find the dude.
Across the bridge.
We could
There's a
probably.
house.
It's this way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Shit.
You're going the wrong way again.
Yeah, you're going
kinda
completely back.
We said it was this way. We said it was like across the bridge towards the Time Valley ruins, not away from
Yeah,
it.
you're still going away.
Am I?
Wrong way.
Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
This way?
Turn around.
You want to
180.
go towards the giant ruins, not the Nivla forest.
Go toward the giant ruins.
Alright.
Someone said answer my questions I posted on the Twitter thing.
Oh, what was it? Just say it here.
Yeah,
What's your
right
guys'
here.
favorite mob/NPC design?
Well, for NPC, I love Maxi.
I love Maxi too. Maxi is awesome.
Maxi
Wait,
is
mob,
adorable.
right?
Yeah, mob or NPC.
Mob.
I'm
in the game is
partial.
Hydra.
I think
partial.
I think good mob design is the ones with armor stands.
Yeah,
but
like the Hydra.
Well, it's the visual
Hydra.
design, doesn't mean it's good.
I liked. I think my.
Oh, I
favorite,
thought that's what we were talking about.
My favorite is Maxi, not just because like the skin is good, but I mean that's not just why I like that. It's a character that comes back through multiple quests, and there's actually like kind of a story arc with him. It's something that there isn't that much of in Wynn.
He improved.
Personality. Yeah.
I'm partial to a lot of the hive mobs, if you didn't guess that already. Particularly the Psychomancer.
Who is your favorite admin, boring, salted, or fun crunkle? From
My favorite admin is Moleman.
Yeah.
The best admin.
I like Red X. He's cool.
Apollo.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of questions all of a
man.
sudden. Let me read this out. Where are you from? Where do you live? How many siblings do you have? Are you in a relationship? What do you do?
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, that's not too.
I will answer all those questions.
No, please.
Wait, who's your first partner? What's your date of birth? What's your future
Alright,
plan?
goodbye,
no.
Salvage.
He's still going, dude.
We will kick Salvet.
I was already about to.
So how's a question for you? Do you think I could make a good auctioneer?
Will SP uncrafted armor
Maybe,
ever work with
actually.
SP requirements? Right now, the SP you get from crafted armor doesn't allow you to reach SP requirements.
We need to touch that, especially if we want to do the durability idea we had. Like right now they don't affect it because we didn't. The way they work is because we didn't want you to. The durability of your item drops down, and then it makes it so you can't wear other armor because of that, and then everything pops out of you, and you become naked in the middle of a boss fight.
So that might be something that happens like both at once, where we make it so skill points don't decrease when durability decreases on crafted armor, and then once that happens, we can make it
But
effective.
then it becomes abusable, so it's kind of a choice.
Yeah,
It's something that we're looking into.
Yeah, it's not. There's not like one easy solution, but it is something we do want to do. Salted, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Oh, are you
But
kidding?
you don't even have a dog.
I know I don't have a dog. I can't have a dog in this apartment, but if I could,
What
I
a-
would.
What about items not popping off, but their stats just don't affect you, like hive armor staying on but fucking
Well,
up your...
it's a little bit better, but there's still the issue that you'll become naked in the middle of a boss fight, and
Yeah, in the
pouring
middle
a
of a
drink.
boss fight,
You
you
feel
lose
small.
durability and suddenly you can't do anything.
Yeah. Alright.
Is Salted drinking again?
No, I was cracking my knuckle. What do me drinking again?
No, I was also pouring a drink. I didn't mean it to be so close to the microphone.
Oh, alright. As if I'm like a raging alcoholic.
The old one was the CT.
Is lime-flavored seltzer alcoholic?
Yes.
Well, then I'm a raging drunk.
Yep.
Damn.
Do you guys watch Shots? He's a pretty epic
Yeah,
I
he
watched
used
him
to
when
be.
he made videos.
Yeah. He made some cool videos.
Pretty epic. How often do you take inspiration from posts on general suggestions when adding content or features?
I think.
I mean, I never look at forums, so.
It's very difficult with features since we have our own. Well, Salted, I guess I'll say.
My jump pads.
Oh my
view.
god.
What do
My
you want?
jump pads. You ladders.
No!
No, you died.
Yes, no, I'm still alive.
Guys, I need a good archer build for endgame.
It's kind of random when we look at suggestion and we take
Yeah,
some
like,
of it.
well, I mean, we look at them, but it's not like... It depends on what the suggestions are on how often we actually will take them and put them in the game.
The smaller suggestions are most often going to be taken
Yeah.
much more than the bigger one.
Like if someone says, "Okay, add a new province," like
That's
Just add a
I
province.
I guess eventually we are taking their suggestion, but it's not because of them.
Right.
But like,
that's the
if you
thing.
make if you make a quick suggestion, like, hey, this mob, or like change a small bit of the map, or or add a small thing, that's probably gonna be added. But like, we're not taking any more suggestions. Like, hey, like they said, add a province, or hey, why don't we just completely revamp this quest the way I want it revamped? Nothing like that.
or
Or like quests, or like class ideas and stuff.
Yoshi's
It's like-
World 2 is wondering if XQC reached out to us. He did not.
Well, why would he?
Oh man.
It was spur of the moment. Someone I think recommended the server to him. He joined, and then a bunch of people from his community joined and started spamming his chat so much that he couldn't play. So
With
it's, like,
horrible
really
words,
bad.
by the way.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw the
was-
clip. It was.
we looked into
we
that,
didn't-
and it wasn't someone from our community.
yeah, we didn't get to see the impact of him playing our server because he only got like a third of the way through the tutorial and then left because his community ruined it for him.
Suggestion: make Wynncraft into Fortnite and Minecraft. No,
I like
yeah,
that
what a
question.
great
No,
idea,
next
dude.
question.
Oh god, don't spoil the next update, so
Yeah, that's the next update.
Why does I only log on to forums once a week? Because I don't want to look at the forum. That's
brutal.
I think build team request. Do you mean people to join the build team? We get that all the time.
Oh yeah,
like applications.
build apps are often reviewed much sooner than GM apps.
Yeah.
but builders kind of come and go also much faster.
GMs
than
often
Yeah.
stay for longer
Yeah.
because they're more invested into like everything, I guess.
Yeah, our build system is a bit different than what you might expect from a build.
so.
Are we still looking for command blockers?
Were you always looking for people?
Is Afro
We have like
truly the best?
3 command blockers.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for a command blocker since Corp doesn't seem to do any
Corp
work.
doesn't seem
It
to
goes
work.
lost an arm or something.
Okay.
Calling him out.
Is Afro truly the best builder? I think
that
Bob
yes.
has something to say about this.
Yes,
No, I
yes.
think Afro Snail is definitely
What
the
the
best builder.
Ooh.
Bob, that's not how you're supposed to react.
Yeah, but
You're
Afro
supposed to
Snail,
make content for the stream, not.
Afro Snare is a very swell person, and I like him as a person and as a good friend. He is a very good builder.
I like him as a person, but
He's
not a
catering to his
builder.
manager abilities, dude. If you were not a manager, you would have such a different opinion. I can guarantee that.
Here's a question
Oh.
from Silver Dino. What are your thoughts on new classes, Salted?
I think it's a cool idea, and one day we might do it because it is. It'd be very cool. It'd be also like a kind of fresh new thing to do for people that played Wynn a lot, and we do have some good ideas for them. But yeah, I like the idea.
Perhaps one of them a particular soldier.
No.
Best general suggestion thread ever.
You already know the answer to that, Salvit.
Well, they don't.
Leak. Oh!
All right.
Next question. question. Someone is wondering, Salted Potato Man is wondering if they think day and night cycles should have more of an impact on the gameplay, such as exclusive night mobs.
At first,
We tried that, didn't we? And then it was horrible.
dude, at first, before Wynncraft even came out, that was the idea. That's why the soul point message says, as the sun rises, you feel a little bit safer, because during the night, mobs were supposed to be stronger and tougher, but we didn't do that, so it never got done.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
Cool comeback one day, but there's gonna be the issue where sometimes you're like fighting a boss, you don't even see if it's night or day, and then randomly gonna get strong in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't think it should be included in like quest design, because I remember one of the Levagar quests, I forgot which one it was, something about finding a treasure in the statue's eye. You had to like wait until it was the right time of day in order for the eye to open. And that was stupidly, it was just dumb, because you had to wait for like an entire
That's
before
not the only
opening
thing
a
that's
mansion.
That was a pirate quest.
Is the banhammer an instrument? No,
Yes.
Yoshi's World.
Corroded.
Instrument.
Corroded
Wait,
is
who's
no
a
longer
Biswas?
The big old hammer
Razor
is not
Guild.
an instrument.
I'm a Biswas. I'm the god in this entire place.
5 minutes.
I'm the GM god, man. The true GM god that no one's ever seen.
5 minutes to answer questions.
Okay,
If there's
buddy.
still some.
Wait, Salted. Quint is back. Get them in here for the last 5 minutes.
No,
Everyone wants to
Cannabis.
hear Quint's bad mic.
Alright,
God,
give me a
no.
second, I'm getting attacked.
You're getting attacked by a spin warp spider.
Yeah. There we go, okay.
Where's Blue?
Two
Her
spin warp
coughing
spiders.
needs to make an appearance.
There.
Quint! There's 5 more minutes of the stream. Show off your bad microphone.
No, Shadow Mage.
Oh, dear
Robot
God.
is not an
Wait,
instrument.
Wait, let her speak.
Quint.
Fuck is happening?
Would you like to
Alright,
introduce yourself?
this is so bad. Alright.
Salted.
Did.
What?
Oh.
No T word.
I heard my name, what's up?
Someone was asking who made the banhammer as a weapon.
I think, did I do
Wait,
it?
that's a weapon?
Or was
Yeah,
that
you did.
I did?
Yeah,
Alright, well,
you
I
did.
did it. It's been a while. I haven't touched it in a while. I don't know if it got changed, but I
Spam
originally
him
made it.
for leak on the new update. There's 5 minutes left. Anything.
The name of the
Noodle
update
Cow Man
called
made Eye of the Storm, and as far as I'm aware, they are still alive. They are not part of the content team anymore, but as far as I am aware, they are still alive.
Moodle
Where
Cow,
they
Moodle
died.
Cow, and Moodle not being on the content team, and and
Moodle.
Eye of the Storm have a direct correlation with each other.
Oh,
They actually do.
Wait, Moodle
Is the
Moodle
thing.
is also the one that made those unfinished elemental themed dungeons in the Canyon of the Lost that
Well,
were really
let's-
bad.
let's,
And
let's
No
not
need to
bring
laugh.
let's not bring
Let's
not
unfinished
trash
content
Noodle.
from others. No, he's not even there
Uh,
anymore. But
The question that's been asked a few times in chat is Light Realm on hiatus? We're not working on it now, so I guess yes.
it's
Right
it's
now,
Very,
that doesn't mean it's never gonna happen. Does not. That doesn't mean
it's one
nothing.
of those. It's one of those quests in the content team that we really want to improve eventually. It's in the list of stuff to improve.
Yeah.
So we definitely
Salted.
have not. What?
question that multiple people throughout the stream have asked, and I feel like this is a good time to get like an official statement from you. Why is Pandemonium
Pandemonium.
Why is Pandemonium not going to ever get buffed?
But didn't you guys change it in
'Cause
the
it's
item
stupid.
update?
No, we
No.
did not change Pandemonium because you will
Because
not
you
let
told
us.
us we could never change it.
Great.
Yeah. But the community has never heard the true reason why.
Well, Pandemonium.
Explain to them why we can't
Pandemonium,
change
by
Pandemonium.
design, is supposed to be kind of bad and crazy. It also was not meant to be a normal item. It was meant to be a quest reward that you never see again from the quest itself. But for some reason, it got into like the normal drop, and it made Xavier so angry to talk about Pandemonium that I don't want them to change it anymore. And,
Yeah,
that's the reason.
he's explained to me that he wants Pandemonium to be an item that someone will get, and it gets a reaction out of people,
Especially
regardless
Xavier.
if that reaction is good or bad. He wants the item to exist to make people annoyed that they get it.
So just
which
to piss
I
people
think
off.
is
Okay.
complete garbage game design.
No,
but
not
Salted
to,
likes
not
it,
to
and we
piss
aren't
them
allowed
off.
to change it.
With that, Knucklebones was my answer to Pandemonium.
Yeah, Knucklebones is Pandemonium, but like if Pandemonium was reworked to be good, it would be Knucklebones. And the reason Knucklebones exists is because we pretended that Pandemonium isn't part of the loot pool. It still is, but Knucklebones took the slot that Pandemonium used to take up.
Look, what we should do with Pandemonium is put it back as just a quest reward and not make it a normal
It was
drop.
never a quest reward, though.
It was meant to be only a quest reward.
But it was meant to be a quest reward for the question mark quest, which is stupid.
Yeah, but there's other
Because
stuff.
first off,
I mean, there's
it's-
other stuff you get from it, so it's why.
You can make it a reward for other stuff.
Also,
we should
it's
do
level
it.
99.
We should do that. Make it a quest reward, just so that we can give people a reason to do the most tedious quest ever in the game.
To get the worst item.
Yep.
Well, they get
At
other
least they
stuff.
get
So.
Cosmic Set.
Do the worst quest in the game to get the worst item in the game. Boom, done.
Well, but you should spoil the name for the update before you leave.
No, I'm not spoiling it.
Spoil.
Yeah.
It would be
will.
reveal. It wouldn't be spoil. It would be reveal.
Well,
if it's
whatever.
We'll reveal it when we're ready.
What else?
It's being asked if we are happy or we feel good with how guilds are at this point. And I think it is a general consensus that we would like them to be better in the future.
Yeah.
And we're not like just like, oh man, guilds are perfect right now, don't change them.
No, they are
have
not
ideas.
perfect.
We have ideas on how to change them.
It sucks because we had a. Go ahead.
It's also like a lot of people think that we, the CT, hate guilds and guild people, but that's not the case. It's just a couple loud people who express themselves that way. So we're not ignoring them, but it's just not something we can do right now. So.
It's just on a long list of things that we'd love to do. It's like,
all right.
Petition for Salta to start paying his CT.
Because we had like the guild update as a thing that was being worked on by JP, but now JP's not here, so it's kind of just been put on the back burner.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
I think we got one last question.
Yeah, one last, and then that's it.
Why is Bob's Tomb forced multiplayer, and will that ever change?
Because it's some
man.
old stuff that we haven't changed, and maybe worth changing. If we ever change it, I don't want it to become like other regular content, like just a puzzle or something. It'd be nice if it was special in some ways, because it is.
I think everybody here knows what it should be.
Well, I think a good solution for it, and I actually would like chat's opinion on this, is to take it can still have the requirement of multiple people, but move that requirement back so you can beat Bob's Tomb solo, but you need 3 people to do reincarnation. To get into the boss fight for reincarnation, have the 3 people required there because it's actually a hard boss fight at level, but then you can do Bob's Tomb at level alone, and you can do reincarnation up until the boss fight solo. It's better than current because people in the content team still want to keep the multiplayer part.
yeah, I agree with my husband.
Wow, okay.
Reveal.
Oh.
I like to think it would keep the multiplayer that some people really like and other people really hate, but it would eliminate the issue from Bob's Tomb. So then it's only part of 1 quest and not 2.
Yeah, where it actually makes sense for there to require.
It doesn't.
people.
It doesn't make sense to need 3 people to get into Bob's Tomb. It makes sense to need 3 people to be able to fight Bob.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got a few yeses, a 1 meh.
Yeah.
I see that's an absolute win.
Maybe one day we'll change that then.
Someone wanted a final word on everyone thank Crunkle for fixing the trade market.
Oh, thanks, Crunkle.
Thank you,
Thank
Crunkle.
Mr. Crunkle.
Thank you, Crunkle.
I don't know why you broke
dislike
the
Crunkle.
market,
Good
bones
Crunkle,
and
but at
quality
least you
of
fixed
market,
it.
but only if you say thank you, Mr. Crunkle.
Thank you, Crunkle.
Yeah. You will be blessed with good luck only if you like this.
Guys, it wasn't even broken.
Mr. Crunkle.
It wasn't even broken, alright.
It wasn't really broken, I just had to turn it back on.
Oh yeah, like that.
It was off the whole time.
It only took 2
clearly.
weeks to find the switch, but we found it.
You had to unplug it and plug it back in.
Alright, cool. Well, that's the end of the stream. Thanks,
Guys,
everyone.
what do I do if a guild member told me that I would get an LE if I made it into the stream, but now he's not giving it to me?
Well, report
Report
him.
him.
Alright, let me do my
Easy
outro.
report!
Yeah.
Let me do my
Shit out of
outro
luck.
now. So, thanks everyone for coming in this chat here to talk with us.
This was
Some
fun, and
longer
now
than
everyone
others.
has a bunch of exploitable voice clips for everyone.
Oh yeah.
And thanks everyone for tuning up to the live stream. We might do another one. Let us know if you want more in the future. We
It
might
was so fun.
do some
I really
more.
liked it.
Yeah, it went well. I'm glad. All right.
3D glasses.
See you all another time. Goodbye.
Perhaps next.